look forward to maybe when the weather gets better now, I'll come over and visit you. But not until the weather gets better. So. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay? Love you lots. You be safe. Get a good sleep. Okay? Okay. All right. Thanks for calling. Bye.
What did Elizabeth want?
To say, she was like, we're all
All right, here we are again. This time we're not playing this though. This time we're playing this. So that'll be fun. We'll get started with this in. See, I don't have the timer that I usually have now that I'm used to from the collection of Saga. We'll get started in like 3 minutes, probably. Something like that. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We are just about ready to get started. Well, I mean, it was a plan. It was in the pipeline. At some point, I just wasn't sure exactly when I was going to do it, and I said, no, you know what? Now's a good time. I already have the Switch hooked up. I might as well just play it. Wasn't sure which Pokemon game I was going to start with. I wasn't sure if I was going to do like Pokemon Yellow first, or if I was going to start with like Pokemon Black 1, or do Pokemon Coliseum and XD. And actually, that was what I was thinking about at first. Excuse me, was playing Pokemon Coliseum. But a friend of mine just finished beating Pokemon Coliseum on his stream, so I said, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be too similar if I just did that right back to back with what he did. So I said, okay, let's play this. What the hell not? Why the hell not, even? Just finishing lunch on your end? Nice, Conker. Nice. Hopefully lunch was good. And now you'll have a little bit of chill time to watch me relax and yeet Pokeballs at everything that moves, except that's not exactly how we're going to play it, but I'll talk about that when we get that far. So a couple minutes we'll get started, like a minute and a half now. My one clock says 33, my one clock says 34, so when they're both at 35, it'll be good. Yeah, I really enjoy Coliseum and XD myself, so we will cover those one day. Not sure when yet. Maybe later this year, maybe next year. Don't know, but it'll probably happen fairly soon. I'm kind of on like a mission at this point because I'm like, if I get a decent job in the field that I'm doing my vocational training in and I move out of the house, I'm probably not going to be taking the PS2 with me. I'll buy my own, and if that's the case, they're very expensive at the moment from what I've seen. So I got to play the games, and I'm planning on playing on that, although I've played most of them at this point.
Don't we have two of them that work?
We do. So that's one for you and one for Cole.
Yeah. But Cole doesn't play it like ever.
I know, but his is probably gathering dust upstairs, and so it's probably not that great. I'd rather let him keep that one. I'll get my own. It's no big deal. But yeah, I'm thinking about that. I says, well, I'm not going to have the Switch with me either because this is Cole's Switch. I'm just borrowing it while he doesn't need it. So I said, yeah, might as well, play a few of the games that are that I won't have access to without spending a lot of money when I eventually move out. So, and I know that when I move out, money will be a little tighter than it is at the moment. So, yeah, just planning, always planning. Before I go get started, let me get my notes up real quick. Because I actually have notes for this game, even though I'm fairly certain you don't need any. It's not exactly a game that you would need to concern yourself with notes, but, well, I like writing notes for my playthroughs. No big deal. It keeps me structured, Okay. So, let me Let's see, I'm going to turn the game on, but I got to go plug in this bad boy because I only need one of these Joy-Cons to actually play it. So I'll plug in one of them. Maybe I'll alternate. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I figured it would make sense. It made sense in my head when I thought about it. And I said, yeah, might as well play them now before it gets to the point where if I want to play another Switch game, I'd have to spend $400 total on a Switch in the game. So, or $350, whatever the heck it's going for at this point. I don't know. So, okay. I'm going to get started. Let me put this away, and then I'll jump back on the microphone because I need to be here when the game starts, basically, so that I can start the commentary. So that's what I'm going to go do. There we go. Although, yeah, there is this before the commentary starts, so let's just do one of these. Let it register. There we go. Looks like it's all working. Let's get started. Oh. Hey, you! You're just in time, buddy. Here, come here. Hey, you know what today is, right? Yeah, it is. Are you ready? Okay, well, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. How you doing, everybody? My name is Monochromium, and this game doesn't have a title screen. At least not the first time you start it up, because, well, I deleted my save data on purpose so we would get that cutscene the first time we logged in. But this is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Without further ado, let's get this thing started, shall we? Hey, you! I just saw you a minute ago. Actually, you're a different gender than you were when I did the original recording for the stream notifications. But that's all right. Hello, Professor Oak. I already know who you are. Yes, they do, although I've never heard that in direct conversation. I think that's just what you think. You know, I didn't know that. It was on the box, but I'm sure I didn't know that. Hi, Psyduck. He just had to say hello. I guess Cubone left with them. Cool. Sure, I'll tell you a little about myself. As it turns out, though, we will not be playing as ourself for the actual stream itself. We will be playing as a female character for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, because I think it's about time that Jinei came back from where she was left last time, where she was in Champions of North, and we give her a chance to give it a shot in a different game, you know. I probably will alternate the characters that I play in every single Pokemon game, and I'll just be naming the male characters Jimme and the female characters Jinei. So that's the plan anyway. So let's make Jinei, shall we? Hey, Ghost Hand, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Really missed the first 2-3 months of Pokemon Go. Going out and seeing loads of people just forming groups to hunt Pokemon was legit magical. I never had that whole group thing when in my city. But yeah, I agree. I think that the first couple of months where everybody, everywhere, like it didn't matter where you were, you could see a gym pop up, you could see like a whole bunch of just, the whole community was revolving around the game. Like it was literally the biggest fad at the moment. And it sort of like died down a little bit by now, but still, yeah, the sense of people coming together for this one little mobile game was incredibly, like, it was crazy. Basically, I hadn't seen anything like it in a long time, so. And hello, Marie. How you doing? Missed the ending of every Final Fantasy Legend except for one. So you missed the Cthulhu demons at the end of Legend 3, then, did you? Well, it was an interesting time. You should go check it out. I pretty much made the final boss completely free because of the transformations I did, but yeah, I'll let you look at it. And hello, Conker's twin. How you doing? Oh boy, children. Yeah. Backseat Battle Train and nerd out about how you played too much Pokemon. That is all right. You can do that. I am okay with that. I have a specific way that I'm planning on playing this game, but we're not quite at that point yet, so I'll explain it after we create Jinne. And then we continue with the intro. Hello again, Pikachu! Hello, who's this? Actually, I know this person very well, because I had a plan for how I was going to do this. Are you ready to see who our rival is? You see, ladies and gentlemen, the rival that we'll be playing against in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu is me! I was the rival all along! Yeah, I'm gonna name the rival after myself. It might seem incredibly stupid, but there's actually a good reason for it. We'll talk about it later on. Oh boy. Is it Cole? That's gonna be in a different game. This one, yeah. This one, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. I'll tell you what the reason was when we actually see it happening. I don't know when that'll happen, but I'll tell you what the reason was. Never seen much actual footage of Let's Go, so this is pretty nice to see. It's pretty good. I think from what I understand, it was completely built from the ground up with the Switch in mind. It used some of the sprite models from Sun and Moon, if I recall correctly. I barely ever played Sun and Moon. It wasn't my favorite generation. But I think the game itself was built from the ground up for this, so it's pretty nice. It makes a good first impression, I think. Can't say I have Conker's Twin. Not really my forte, I don't think. Well, a little bit of a glare off this fancy television. Maybe I shouldn't be watching it from 8 inches away. What do you think, Jinne? Probably shouldn't be watching it from 8 inches away, huh? Well, anyway, we're all set and ready to go on our Pokemon adventure now. And yeah, it's a bit of a crazy time, but we'll make it all work out. I can't just go back to bed, but that's okay. Hey, I know that poster. That poster is my childhood. Let's see here. It's me, Austin. It was me all along. Pretty curious what your team's going to look like as you go through the game. I'm going to try to do it so that basically I'm never going to reuse Pokemon. So whatever I use in this playthrough, you won't see again in any of the other Pokemon games that I play in the future. So that's the plan anyway. I don't know if it's going to work, but I just noticed the calendar by the window has the, it's like the Nidoran, Nidoking, old Gen 1 sprite on the monthly art there. You can barely see it, but it's definitely there. I would recognize that anywhere. Yeah, Ponyta and Growlithe are still version exclusive. Growlithe is exclusive to this version. Ponyta is exclusive to the Let's Go Eevee. And hello, King Tiger. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Once remember watching Metal Gear Rising Mix has been a long 7 years. Yeah, it has been. It's been a while since I've done anything with that game, although I played it for the stream not too long ago. I'm doing pretty good myself, just checking out this game here after, and actually it's funny because I haven't played a Pokemon game for anything on my channel or for the stream in like 6 or 7 years as well. So yeah, we're delving back a little bit. So saving enough for both. Yeah, well, you know, got to keep that money together for it. Yeah, I think it is that sprite. Was that in GTA, Conker's Twin? I feel like that's something you do in a mission in GTA, but I haven't played enough GTA to know that. Anyway, I sent Jinne an email. What do we need to know as a trainer? Okay, cool. Well, I pretty much knew that already, so. Well, yeah, well, that part is true. I definitely can't wait to get started, so that part is definitely entirely me. We have nothing on our menu right now except for save, but we don't need to do that just yet. Let's head downstairs, shall we? Or we could wait for me to get here. There we go. It's going to be really weird referring to the rival as me through the whole game, isn't it? Well, yeah, I'm looking at myself. Colonel, it's me. I'm seeing myself. Well, that's nice, Snake. I hope you all have a good time. You're right, it is. Glad that you set that all up for us. I did, actually, yeah. No, I already took care of that, believe me. That's why it's on. I probably should turn it off before we leave. So we're not, using up all the power in the house, but I don't think you can turn the PC off. So we'll just leave it where it is. And we'll head downstairs. Is it a yellow brick road? I don't think they can tell us that without violating copyright, so. Hey, Mama, I'm going to the lab to get my Pokemon. We gotta follow. King Tiger, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Honestly, didn't think the remakes would age well, but look at the originals. They look so awesome even after 10 plus years. Yeah, it's not too bad. I can't... Now, if you're talking about the remakes for Diamond and Pearl, I'm not really 100% sure about them myself, because for me, Gen 4 is a hard sell. I'm not really a big fan of Gen 4 to begin with, but I am glad for people who actually wanted to have their Sinnoh remakes that they finally got them. It seems like they've been waiting a long time for it, so I'm glad that they got them. Unless it looks like pure garbage, automatically good for fangirl like you. That's fine. Did I get the bag that you sent to my house? I actually threw it in the basement for now, Conker's Twin. I haven't checked it out just yet. I do that with my mail sometimes. I don't check it out for a couple of days. I'll go check it out after the stream's over. See if anybody messed with it. Still on the fence about whether getting one of the remakes or RCS. Just want the games to be playable. That's it. Standards are super low. Yes, so he's going to give us a Pokemon of our own. So let's go check it out, shall we? Morning, neighbor. Should be saying that to Jimmy, because he's also my neighbor. I am also my neighbor. God, this is some Persona shit, man. Okay. Let's go chat up the local yokels, and then we'll see if we can find the professor. Well, yeah, that's the idea. Not only protect you, but also be partners on your adventures of a lifetime. Let's see if Jimmy's at his house. Why am I not at my house? My house is over there, but this is my house, and error, error, error. This cannot continue. No, he actually did. He came in to pick me up, and then he left. Okay, so he's probably at the lab then. All right. What's it got in the Pokemon Journal? Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That's like Pokemon 101. Wonder what I'm holding in that picture. Kind of looks like a Pokemon egg a little bit. Maybe it's the starter that I'll have. Although, I think I get the starter from Professor Oak, so it's not exactly that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm holding in that picture. I got nothing. I'm just happy to be here. They usually aren't. This is an exception. Want to see more of both before you decide whether to get them. Yeah, I would say that's probably where I'm at, Conker. It's highly unlikely that I'm going to get any newer Pokemon games. This is probably the newest one that I'm going to get, to be honest. But, yeah, that's just a personal preference thing. Let's read the plaque. There we go. That's a whole lot for those little bits of letters there. I wonder what it actually says in Pokemon language. I haven't done enough research. I have to see. Okay, so let's check out the lab, shall we? I think both the aides say the same thing. Yeah, they're assistants now. They're not aides. So, what do you mean he may not look like much? I can't really say I don't really say I know whether or not he looks like anything at all. Anyway, I'm here, but the professor's not. You know, it's possible. So do we have to wait for the professor to get back before we can take them? We could just tell the aides and then leave. That might be a little rude, actually. He's kind of the foremost authority on Pokemon in Kanto, so I can't really say one way or the other. Anyway, yeah, we're supposed to save frequently, and we'll do that once we get a Pokemon, so. Okay, well, the professor's not here. And I don't think he's anywhere else in town. So... And we can't go down that way or anything right now. This isn't, Could you do that in, Was that Gen 2? I feel like in Gen 2 they got rid of this fence. I forget. Doesn't matter. We gotta go up north because the professor's up here, so... Yeah, I don't think he was there before you went to the lab, but if you come here after, he's up here. Hanging out with the Pidge! So let's see what he's got. Yeah, I'll take the one on the left. Just run, they can't stop you. Yeah, indeed. Unless I, ran out of the only route in town and the professor saw me and then, well, yeah. Wouldn't really work in my favor then. You did. We were wondering what you were doing running late. Were you just releasing those Pidgey into the wild? What's that noise? Could it be my destined partner coming to find me? Hey, you. Yes, I am going to keep making that joke. I apologize if it triggers anyone. So, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, what's a Pikachu doing all the way out here? Aren't they normally in Viridian Forest? Well, I mean, I've never done that before in my life. At least according to the content that I have. Actually, no. According to the content that I have on my channel, I have caught a Pokemon once before in my life, but never like this, because there's actually a mini-game involved in it this time. So, point the Joy-Con at the screen, and then ready your Pokeball. So, you throw the Pokeball by waving the Joy-Con. A little bit of motion controls in here, just don't throw it. Good lord, don't throw it. So you hold it up, and that little ring that's slowly going inward there, it's your target ring. If you can hit it in the middle of it at some point, thank you tutorial, I know this already, you basically can increase your odds of capturing the Pokemon. So something like this, maybe? Yeah, there you go. So always try to get it in the ring if you can. This case, I think it's guaranteed even if you don't get it in the ring, but any other time, it's gonna not be guaranteed, so. It might seem like it because the first few Pokemon you catch are gonna be really easy to catch, but yeah. Did take the Pokeball and run away, probably get called out by everyone in town. Yeah, probably. Probably not the best way to get my whole adventure started, huh? Well, I mean, that's because I've done this before, to be fair, Professor. Jenny hasn't, but I sure have. Sure, I haven't really thought of a nickname yet, but I guess I could... Oh. Okay, Professor, is that supposed to happen? This seems like abnormal behavior. Yeah, is the Pokeball supposed to be bouncing around like that? Because I'm a little confused at this point. Pikachu, are you okay? Oh my... Okay. Let's follow it before it heads into the ocean. Did he jump up on the table in between the other two Pokemon? This crazy girl. I was gonna say this crazy guy, but it's a female Pikachu. This crazy girl. You crazy girl. Perfectly reasonable reaction, my boy. You see, there were two, but now there were three. Now there are three, rather. I did, believe it or not, basically jumped into my hand and then ran off, so. I will try my best, Professor, but if he's that full, she's that full of energy, I don't know. Yes, it is. I'm going to take the one on the right that, no, we have to take the one in the middle. It's our partner, after all. So let's take it. Are you gonna bounce around again, or are you gonna jump in my party? Oh, there you are. Professor, is it supposed to come out of the Pokeball like that? You know what? Never mind. You're forgiven. Okay, Game Freak. Good job. You made Pikachu cute again. After years of me being skeptical. So we have our first Pokemon, Pikachu. Fantastic. Yeah, she sure is full of energy. So, nicknames. I have no frickin' idea what I want to nickname any of these Pokemon. So, I figured, you know what? Let's leave it up to the audience. If you guys have a suggestion, if you ladies, gentlemen, and non-specified genders have a suggestion for the nicknames of any of my Pokemon, let me know. If I like them, we will use them. But for now, we're just going to leave Pikachu as is. So... Name him after country music stars? I don't know about that one. I don't know too many country music stars, so... Okay, so I took the one on the left. Sounds about right. And I got an Eevee. Cool. Good work. Well, I'm glad. I actually did like Eevee quite a lot as a kid. It was, and Pokemon Coliseum and XD really helped out with that. It was one of my favorite Pokemon and its evolutionary lines for quite a long time, actually. I've sort of the opposite of warmed up to it, whatever that is. It's fine now. I still use Eevee regularly in my playthroughs, but it's not my favorite anymore, so. Yeah, it's a little bit odd, isn't it? Where is Pikachu? There's Pikachu. Hey, you. What's up? Can we check out our Pikachu? See, I keep pressing the Y button now because I'm so used to Final Fantasy Legend and that being the menu button, so I'm going to have to get used to X again. I'll mention that, actually, when we get off of this. But here's Pikachu. Excuse me, hardy nature, actually. That's not too bad. It's neutral, so it doesn't really affect stats in any way. She's pretty good. And as you may have noticed here, you can actually change the nickname of your Pokemon whenever you want. You don't need to go see a name rater anymore to do that in this game. I think that's the same way in Sword and Shield, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I barely played Sword and Shield, to be honest, so. But anyway, we've got our first Pokemon. Let's go on an adventure. After Oak asks for our help with something. Okay, sure. Yeah, Name Rater still works because I am the Name Rater now. Yep, whenever you want for Pokemon, so. Oh, you never played this, King Tiger? Okay, gotcha. Well, this will be a learning experience, then. Oh, cool. Okay, so he's going to give us an encyclopedia on the Pokemon we see, although we won't get full information until we catch them. This game actually gives you some incentive to catch them, though, because you don't have to worry about accidentally killing them, like most other generations. I actually like the catch system in this game. It's probably my favorite in the entire series, the way that they did it in this one. And I'll talk about it as we go, but for now, we'll just go out and catch whatever we find. Well, mostly. I'll explain when we get that far. I have a plan, as always. I don't know about that, Professor. You could probably still get it done, but, I mean, you are the foremost authority on Pokemon, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Divvying up the job. It's a different word than that, where you give the job to other people and you section it off so that only one person's doing so much, one person's doing so much, one person's doing so much. And I forget the word for it, but it's what a boss does. Anyway, so we got to go on our adventure and fill up the Pokedex as best we can. I'm sure between the two of us we'll be able to get it all done. Okay, well, I should probably go see Mom first before I go so I can show her my fancy new partner Pokemon. Yep, and I can't wait to get started, Professor, so let's go. Yeah, I think that's the right word, Marie. Delegate, yeah. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I knew it started with a D, but I couldn't remember what it was. So, thank you, that's it. Do I still mix music? I do not at the moment. I originally planned on downloading Fruity Loops so that I could mix up some music and stuff, but I never ended up downloading it. I would have had to buy it, and at the time I didn't have basically any money. And in the interim, I have had some money, but most of it has gone towards other things. Like most of the money that I owned just went towards my vocational training, so I really don't have the spare cash at the moment to start learning on that. So once I get the incentive, the drive back, and then once I have the money to buy it, I may start mixing music again. At the moment I don't, though, so. Yes, it is, Mama. Well, actually, yeah, I mean, we did catch it ourselves, but the professor gave it to us after we gave her to us after we did that, so. Very. You didn't see her when she was in the Pokeball. Good lord, man. Oh, did you? What'd you get me? A town map. Awesome. So now we can check out where we are and where we're going. Yes, exactly. I like keeping the town map handy in a lot of these games. Like if I'm in Pokemon Black 2, I usually keep the town map on my quick select menu because I just like seeing where I'm going, you know? It's always good to have a map. What do you think, Pikachu? Well, yeah, it's a pretty nice sunshiny day for our first day on the adventure. So yeah, if we check out our box here, or our bag here, we've got a Pokemon box, medicine, TMs, power-up items, including evolutionary stones, battle items, capture items, a clothing trunk, which we will probably do more with later. We don't have more clothes than what we have on our back at the moment, and a candy jar that I will probably never dip into, because one of the things that I'm going to be doing in this game is I'm going to minimize the amount of candy that I use. You can use candy to power up your Pokemon. It's similar to the EV system in other Pokemon games, except in this one I think it's called AVs. And Pokemon can have up to plus 200 in every stat, if I recall correctly, by using candy. But that takes a lot of effort, and I don't feel like doing that, so I probably won't use very much candy at all on this playthrough. We won't need it. The game's easy enough as it is. But here's our town map. So let's check it out. So we are here in Pallet Town, and there is a whole lot of world for us left to explore out there, and we will explore all of it as we go along. But for inspiration, you gotta tell me the mixes are amazing. Well, thank you, King Tiger. I appreciate it. One day, like I said, I may go back to doing it, but I'm just glad that they've inspired several people to start doing their own things in the time since I've made them. So I'm actually... It's more than I ever imagined they would be. I honestly thought they'd get like 1,000 views each, but it turned into a whole huge project, so I couldn't be more thankful for the people that decided to watch. But yeah, we can choose outfits for ourselves if we use the clothing trunk. But we don't have one right now, so we'll worry about that later. Let's check out our new Pokedex, shall we? That's pretty fancy, isn't it? So we've only seen and obtained one Pokemon at this point, Pikachu. And we can check out its data or its habitat. I don't think I'll be messing around with the Pokedex too much. Maybe later if there's a Pokemon in there that we've seen but I haven't caught yet and I want to see where it is, I'll do that. But for now, let's head off on our adventure. Let's not wait any longer. So yes, our first adventure out here is on Route 1. And as you can see by the Pokemon running around, there's a Pidgey out here. Pokemon are no longer encountered randomly in the grass. You encounter them simply by running into them in the world. And I gotta say, I much prefer that change. It makes it a lot easier to dodge random battles if you don't want to do them. How many Pokeballs do I have? Oh, I have 50. Okay, so yeah, your Pokeball total is down there next to the ball. So, do we have anything else in the bag I can use? No, not for right now. There are other items you can use while you're throwing Pokeballs, but for right now we don't have any, so... Let's see if we can catch this Pidgey, shall we? I'm gonna wait for it to jump again, actually. There we go. Just a nice stiff throw is all you need. Just keep your arm up here, keep your bicep locked in, and then just let it go. Relax that bicep. First throw, great throw, new Pokemon technique bonus. So the way that it works in this game is you actually get experience for capturing Pokemon. And that's actually a pretty nice change, I think. It makes it so that you can kind of get experience outside of just battling, and you don't have to just keep... You know, if you wanted to grind, I can't say I've ever wanted to grind in a Pokemon game when I need to fight a gym leader or something, but if you wanted to grind, you don't have to go battle over and over and over again for minimal amounts of experience. You just get good throws, and you get a lot of experience for it. Now, with that being said, the way that I'm going to be doing the playthrough is that I'm not going to be catching a whole ton of Pokemon like you do in, say, Pokemon Go. What you normally do in Pokemon Go is you capture a whole bunch of Pokemon, and then you, can send them to the professor, they turn them into candy, and they power up some of the Pokemon that you're actually using. In this particular playthrough, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm only going to catch one of every unique species of Pokemon, if I see them. So this Pidgey that I just caught means I can never catch a Pidgey again in the game. It's off limits from now on. It will save me on experience that I have to do in the game, it'll save me on trying to grab a whole ton of different Pokemon to power up my own, because my own won't need powering up, basically. But that's one of the rules, and it's probably the biggest rule that I'm going to follow through the whole game, is I'm only going to catch one of any individual Pokemon. I'm not going to catch multiples, so... And that will minimize the amount of candy that we get as well, because you don't get much candy if you don't catch a whole bunch of different Pokemon, so... But this game shares the experience share system from previous games, so every Pokemon that you have in your party will get experience when you capture or battle. No matter whether they're high level, low level, in between, as long as they're in your party, they'll get experience. So I'll hold on to Pidgey, we'll keep it in the party, but it's not going to be a Pokemon that I actively use. I could send it to the professor, but I might as well leave it, it's not really bothering me. So... Yeah, the mixes have like 1 million on most of the more popular ones now, which is pretty ridiculous. Like I said, I never even imagined they would get to that point, so... Yeah, I hope it'll be interesting, Honker. It should keep things fresh, because I think what happens with a lot of playthroughs of this game on YouTube is that you run into an issue where the people who are playing end up being over-leveled because they've caught a whole bunch of different Pokemon. So me only catching each Pokemon once should minimize the amount of experience we get across the playthrough, And it should make battles a little more interesting because that means we'll be under-leveled for most of the gym leaders, which is something you usually don't see in the game. So, can I... See, my Switch is right in front of the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, so I can't see if... Okay, I can't do that just yet. Let's see. Yeah, because Pikachu's following us for now. Any Pokemon in your party can follow you, but for right now, Pikachu's the only one that can follow us. Eventually, we'll be able to have other ones follow us, but yeah, not just yet. You can hop down from them, or if you're a Pidgey, you can just fly right over them. These guys are crazy. But I actually like that because it's like, okay, they're birds, so of course they can fly over the ledges. They have wings. Little realism goes a long way. Also, I saw an Oddish over here, so we're going to check it out. So yeah, like I said, I'll catch one of each unique species if I see them. We won't end up with all 130 whatever you can get in this game without any problems, but... because there's some that are exclusive that you can't actually get in this game. But I'll have quite a few. We'll have at least 50, or rather 60 different species by the end of the game, because that's what you need in order to get some of the gift Pokemon. So... yeah, there's 152 total in the game, but there's some that are exclusive to other versions, so I won't be able to actually get them in this version of the game, so... And I definitely won't be getting Mew, because in order to get Mew, you need to buy a $50 peripheral accessory, so... that's not gonna happen. Anyway, Pikachu leveled up and learned Quick Attack. Awesome. And we caught an Oddish, which means it's off limits for the rest of the game as well. Here's Oddish's Pokedex data. Didn't really read it for Pidgey. I guess I can go back and read it. But Oddish's says, may be mistaken for a clump of weeds. If you try to yank it out of the ground, it shrieks horribly. Yeah, that's kind of morbid. You probably shouldn't yank an Oddish out of the ground, just saying. Let's see. Let's check the other Pokedex entries since I didn't read them. Yeah, Meltan and Melmetal are exclusive to Pokemon Go, and then there's Mew. Yep, exactly. Have no choice but to get Eevee because you want to ride a Rapidash. Yes, I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure Ponyta is exclusive to Let's Go Eevee, if I recall correctly. So, and yes, you can actually ride on the backs of Pokemon in this game. There are some Pokemon that will walk with you. All Pokemon actually will walk with you or fly with you, but some of them you can ride on the back of, so like Rapidash is one of them. And there are several across the game that you can get. We'll get a couple that we can ride on the back of, but it's not all of them, obviously. So... let's see. Let's check the data for Pidgey, because I didn't read it. So Pidgey's Pokedex entry reads that it is very docile. If attacked, it will often kick up sand to protect itself, rather than fight back. Interesting. And what does Pikachu say? This forest-dwelling Pokemon stores electricity in its cheeks, so you'll feel a tingly shock if you touch it. Hopefully it's not a huge ton of volts, because that would probably not be very good for people. I think there's one more Pokemon on this route, if I recall correctly, that we haven't seen yet. Well, there goes that Pidgey. Holy crap. Okay, there's the Pokemon we were looking for up there. It's that Rattata, or Rattata. However you pronounce it. I think I call it Rattata, because that's what the anime said in the first season, so I'm just used to that pronunciation. Let's see if we can get up there before we run into somebody else. Come back here! I think Pikachu found something, but let's get the Rattata first. Okay, so, can I grab you without you swinging at me? Yeah, I missed the throw a little bit. If you get it when it's like a really small ring like that, you can actually get an excellent throw, which is worth even more experience, but that'll work. Why is Game Freak keeping the exclusives in the same as the older games? Why are we still dealing with exclusives that aren't the box legend? I don't know, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I'm not a big fan of exclusives, to be honest. It doesn't seem like it's... Because most people, they just end up buying both then, you know? So, I don't know. Well, Pidgey leveled up. That's good. Despise them. I was watching YouTube right now on the side and was recommended your Spirit of the Wolf mix. That's some serendipity right there. Oh boy. Okay, I think we've caught everything on Route 1. Awesome. So here's our Rattata. It will chew on anything with its fangs. If you see one, you can be certain that 40 more live in the area. Where? I saw one. Where'd they all go? What'd you find, Pikachu? Nice. A raspberry. Awesome. So those are our first berries. We actually got one from Rattata there, and we also have one that Pikachu found in the bushes. And there's one of the other 40 Rattata right there. Okay. Let's check the catching pocket. So here's a raspberry, and you can actually use it in battle. Well, not in battle, but in a capture scenario where you're trying to capture a Pokemon, and it makes them slightly easier to catch. So that ring, the green one that's around all the Pokemon there, it can change from colors from green to yellow to orange all the way to red, and that tells you how difficult the Pokemon is to capture. If you use a raspberry, it will reduce that difficulty by making the ring closer to green. So we will hold on to those for difficult captures, but we won't be worrying about that for right now. Never heard of anyone that bought both versions. I know a few people from the Pokemon community that actually make Pokemon content for YouTube still. I was with them when in like 2013, 2014. I was doing Pokemon content myself for YouTube, and I fell in with a bunch of them. And they were smaller back then. They're a little bit larger now. At least most of them are. And they always bought both versions because they always wanted all the exclusives, and they had friends to trade back and forth with if they needed the other ones. So most of the people that I know buy both. I shouldn't say I never have bought both. I have bought both in a couple of situations, but I haven't in a long time. Probably not since like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I've mostly just said, I'll get one, and then my brothers will get the other one, so we end up with both anyway, but I usually only buy one for myself, so. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, King Tiger. It is easier in some cases to just haggle with other people to give you the Pokemon that you want. Back in the day, though, like let's say back in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald days when nobody I knew at school was playing them anymore, it was hard to haggle with people because it was like, okay, well, where do I find people in my community that have all these? So sometimes it was easier just to buy both because then you could get all of the Pokemon that you wanted. So, but again, I haven't done it in a while, so. Hey kid, what's up? Thank you, I've caught a whole bunch. Battle you when you bring your Pokemon along. And if you want to get back to Pallet you can just go right down here. But let's go up here to Viridian City. I don't think I'm going to run out of Pokeballs anytime soon, game, but thanks for the information. Fancy pond they got here. I wonder if any Pokemon live there. Come on, Pikachu, let's explore around the city, shall we? What's up? Oh, okay, so to get to Pewter City, we're going to have to go through Viridian Forest. We'll have to keep that in mind. I don't know if we're going to be going there just yet. There's usually something to do around here, but we'll see in a bit. Yes, I am. What's the advice? I will keep that in mind, but I have like 45 or 46, so I think we'll be okay. Yes, and you can move them in and out of the boxes anytime, anywhere now, thanks to the box in your bag, so. Well, we can't do anything about this yet, can we, Pikachu? What do you see? Probably looking at the chopped down tree. Let's go over here. Because there's usually a hidden item over here. I think it's in this version of the game as well. Yep. Excuse me. A potion for use in battle. Awesome. Literally never knew anyone that had a GBA ever, so you were stuck. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's tough. It was tough when you were in the GBA era and online wasn't a thing. Once online became a thing, it was a lot easier, but yeah, you know. These people look like trouble. There may be double the trouble here. Oh, okay. Guard duty? For what or whom? I don't think they're gonna tell me. Alright, fine. I won't go to Pewter City yet. I'll go explore the rest of Viridian City instead. Let's go see what's in the trainer school. We could go to the Pokemon Center, but we'll do that in a minute. Yes, it is. Yep, although it only has a defensive advantage against flying types, so just keep that in mind. There's offensive advantages and defensive advantages. I probably just made that kid's day a whole lot harder, but that's okay. And yeah, just like it was in Heart Gold and Soul Silver when they could follow you around, having them walk around with you will actually increase their affection towards you, so that's good. And some various notes if you need it for, Pokemon training and battling. I don't personally need it. I'm just going to talk to all the NPCs because that's what I usually do in Pokemon games. Okay, Conker. See you in a minute. Eventually, brother and you had GBAs, both had GBAs and a link cable, so you had to haggle with him because he wouldn't let it be easy to trade for anything. Of course. Of course, that's just, oh man. Yeah, we just, in our family, we're just like, hey, I want this. Okay, I'll give it to you. You know? You're a single child. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say defensive advantage. It has an offensive advantage against flying because it's super effective, and it has a defensive advantage against flying because flying type attacks are not very effective against it. With water types, it has an offensive advantage because it has a super effective hit, electric types, but it doesn't have a defensive advantage because water type moves are still regularly effective against electric types. So, sorry if I confused anyone. I should have clarified. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see if I can read them if I need them. I'll probably read the trainer tips, but the books in here are information that I've known for a while, so. Yeah, sorry about that. I should have clarified. That's my bad. How do you know I'm from Pallet? Is it because the road to everywhere else is blocked at the moment? Hello, sir. I did, actually. Yeah, he helped me get my first Pokemon. Oh, okay. Sure, why not? I can go back that way. It's not like I can go anywhere else at the moment. I mean, you can go to Route 22 if you want, but there's nothing over there for right now, so. Sure, I'll do that. Thanks, buddy. No, I'll walk. Thanks, game. Thanks, disembodied voice from nowhere. I'll walk back. Oh, are there? No, I didn't know that. I did, but I'm letting him have his day. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I should probably buy some antidotes. Whoops. I walked into Pikachu. That's my bad. What'd you find in the flowers? Ah, okay. The flowers. That's what you found in the flowers. Okay, that's fine. Get what I mean? Okay, good. Good. I'm glad that I... Like I said, I probably should have clarified the first time. Free healthcare! It's always something I've enjoyed about the Pokemon games. Paying for your own healthcare sucks. No, we won't get into that discussion today. That's too political. It's a Pokemon stream. We're supposed to be here having fun. Yes, you will. Here's the town map if you need it. We have one in our bag, so I don't need it. Hello, Chansey. There's gonna be one of those in every Pokemon Center as well, I think. I don't remember if they have anything else in there. I do, yeah. Yep, I have access to the Pokemon box through my bag. Oh, okay. Wonder if there's anything interesting over there. Let's go check it out. Pokemon Journal, huh? Sure, let's read the advertisement. Those sound very useful, yeah. Hopefully they don't use up move slots. The Kanto secret. Of course, they're advertising themselves. Why wouldn't they? Hi, Nurse Joy. Oh, okay. Well, I don't need to heal my Pokemon anyway, but hopefully you guys get that fixed up. Yeah, I always feel calm and relaxed in a Pokemon Center as well. It just has that sort of atmosphere to it, you know? Welcome back, Conker. Not too much. We got Oak's parcel, and we're going to head back to Pallet Town in a moment to take it there. I think we caught all of these while you were still here, but we went up through Route 1 and we caught a whole bunch of Pokemon, so. Well, since Bonnie and Clyde up there are blocking the road, let's head back to Pallet Town and give the professor his parcel. Maybe they'll be done with their guard duty by the time we get back. And yeah, you can just very quickly get back to Pallet Town this way. Although it's not as bad as it used to be because, well, all of the Pokemon are off on the overworld, so you won't accidentally run into random encounters on the way unless you actually run into them, so. I'll go see Mom after. Let's get the professor his parcel so we can continue. Hey, Professor, the people in Viridian City at the Pokemart wanted me to give you this. Yep, back so soon. Seems like she's doing pretty good, from what I've seen. What? What's up? Why is everyone looking at me like that? Oh. Found a new perch, huh? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so Pikachu will now sit on your shoulder for the entirety of the game, even if you take it out of your party, so. Well, that's why they call her the partner Pikachu. She's a little bit different from a normal Pikachu. She doesn't have the same stats, actually. It's considered a completely separate Pokemon, actually. She has a little bit better stats than a normal Pikachu. So, I do. Here's your parcel from Viridian City. I have no idea what's in it, and I don't think I want to know. Oh, hey, it's me. Did you learn a few new moves? It's a recent development, but yeah, apparently. Oh, okay, I guess we are going to get some stuff from the parcel. Some raspberries. Awesome. So yeah, like I said, he's probably going to explain what... no, don't eat those, me. They're not for you. You will probably get sick. So yeah, if a Pokemon is being a little bit of a pain in the butt to catch, you can throw a raspberry at it, and it will make it easier to catch. There's a few berries that you can use in the game that have different effects in battle, and I'll explain them as we get them, so... But yeah, that's basically what the professor was going to tell us anyway. Yeah, don't eat the berries, me. It's like, don't eat the mushroom all over again. I probably was about... No, I was a little older than him when I first played Don't Eat the Mushroom. God, that was an acid trip. Well, I'll probably do a little of both, honestly. But yeah, I'm sure we'll have fun at it. Yeah, like I said, probably do a little bit of both. Anyway, now that Pikachu is riding on our shoulder, let's save the game for the first time. So now if you go back to the title screen, there will actually be a title screen, unlike the first time. Really, it would have been that way if you would have saved at any point and turned it off, but, well, now it makes a little sense. Anyway, let's head out. I said let's head out, there we go. Well, yeah, that one kid on Route 1 said that I could battle with him, right? Right. Okay, sure. Let's have a battle, then. I doubt you'd get sick, but the berries are probably better for Pokemon than people. Yeah, probably. It's probably not going to get you sick. I don't actually know if anybody's eaten berries in the anime and gotten sick, to be honest. I haven't seen the anime regularly since, like, Season 1, so... I think the last time I really watched was, like, the first thing of Johto, so... Anyway, I have an Eevee, and I have a Pikachu, so we're gonna battle it out. Let's do some Zap! See if we can get a Paralysis Hacks? No. Gotta be a little careful with Eevee, though. It gets same type attack bonus from that Tackle, so... But we should be okay. We're doing more damage than we're taking, so... Looks like it's going to be a 4-hit KO, but I can always use Quick Attack on the 4th turn to take care of that last bit of HP. Even with the attack drop, I should be fine. You can get info about your attacks, by the way, by pressing the Y button, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. What you need to know about this is Thundershock and Quick Attack are attacks, Growl and Tail Whip are non-attacks. I probably won't need Growl or Tail Whip pretty much ever, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But, I mean, they're there for flavor. I usually try to keep at least one status move in my list of moves. I try not to get 4 attacks in there, unless it's like a Pokemon that has a really versatile move pool. So. And Pikachu got some experience, leveled up, and everybody else will get a little as well. So. If X and Y are any indication people use berries in cuisine. Yeah, that's true, Conquer. I completely forgot about that. So thanks for reminding me there. They do. They must use it in cuisine, and then that means that they must be okay. Probably doesn't get everybody sick, you know. Maybe some people could have allergies to it, like actual regular berries, but yeah. That's a good point. Yes, I did. I did lose. I'm so confused. Well, I mean, you probably knew a little bit about battling, at the very least, but unfortunately you're facing somebody who's had about 25 years of Pokemon experience, so... Maybe that's a good idea. I'm a little bit higher level than you are. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Pikachu did a good job. I can't talk to her at the moment to see how good of a job she did, but we'll talk to her later about it. Sure, that's what we'll do, Professor. But yeah, everybody else got a little experience, but they didn't level up, so, like, if we check Rattatas' summary here. Is it over here? Yeah, it's down the bottom left there. It'll show you the experience they need to the next level, so. That Rattata is very naughty. Naughty it is. We got another follow. Let's check it out. Mew, not Mewtwo, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Oh, and by the way, now that Pikachu is riding on your shoulder like that, it'll stay out of the ball for the entire game. But you can actually have other Pokemon follow you around by taking them out of the Pokeball like that. So that little star indicates who's following you around. So in this case, Pidgey will follow me around and fly around all over the place. I'm not going to do that for the Pokemon that I'm not planning on using, though. So we're going to put Pidgey back in the Pokeball. Once we get a Pokemon in our party that I'm actually planning on using, we'll let them follow me around, so... I forget if Mom has anything new to say at the moment, but let's go check in with her. Oh, there she is. Okay. I thought so. Or no, that's not Mom. That's Jime's sister. Well, canon ruined. I don't have a sister in real life. No, it's fine. Oh, okay, cool. What you got? Some sportswear. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, yeah, actually, that's a pretty good idea. Whoa, what's up? You're perching there like a little bird. Well, I'm glad you're happy. So now the partner play option is available. You can play with Pikachu from the menu, and, well, yeah, you can pet Pikachu by placing your hand all over the place, and you can pet the specific spot that you're on. You can center your hand, you can feed her, in this case, berries. There's a whole bunch of options here. Can you do a high five? Can you do you were doing it a minute ago. I can touch your tail. And this affects Pikachu's affection rating as well, so... And I have some raspberries, so I guess we could give him a berry. Give her a berry, excuse me. Sometimes I have gender recognition problems with Pokemon, I apologize. There you go. So yeah, just like in Pokemon Ami, basically, although it's only available for Pikachu, so... Yeah, playing around a little bit, that's okay. I will do that. And yeah, like I just said, you can now play with Pikachu to play with Pikachu, exactly like what I just did. So, it's a nice little option. I always appreciate it when they take the time to allow you to, you know, pet your Pokemon and tell them what a good job they're doing, all that stuff, because you do that for pets in real life, so why wouldn't you do it for Pokemon, you know? So... Like to see trainers use other Pokemon in their journey. It's fun to see how they take the losses or victories. Yes, well, we'll be using plenty of different Pokemon there, Mew, not Mewtwo, so you will get what you need out of the stream here. Hopefully I'll have an interesting variety. We won't be catching a whole bunch of different Pokemon just yet, not until we get to Viridian Forest, that we'll be using in our team, that is. I'll be catching a whole bunch of different Pokemon along the way. I just won't be using any of them actively until we get to Viridian Forest, so... Pikachu's going to be our main battler until then. But that's okay. We'll make it work. Thanks for the sportswear. Actually, I should probably use the clothing case, shouldn't I, to affix that to Pikachu. Let's see. Clothing trunk. Choose for Pikachu. Well, I don't have glasses at the moment, but that would be kind of funny. We gave her a sports cap. Awesome. I like the hats with Pikachu, but I'm not a big fan of the clothes, to be honest with you. I feel like it almost is too much, you know? Like, the hats are great, though. I like the hats, but the clothing... maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Oh, there's a whole bunch of Oddish out here now. Keep an eye out for different auras around the Pokemon, though. We haven't seen any yet, but sometimes you'll see a blue or a red aura around the Pokemon. And if you're not doing what I'm doing, where you're catching only one of each unique species... those auras are actually very valuable because it will increase the experience you get because the Pokemon have different modifiers. If we see one, I'll explain it when we see it. So, okay, we already know this. Thanks, kid, but I know that because you already told me. Let's go see if that kid wants to battle now. Oh, and there's this. I thought you said you weren't going to leave the Pokemart unattended. Well, maybe he's off his shift. Okay, thanks. I got a potion. Awesome. So that's 2. And yeah, if you're on the road and you're not near a Pokemon Center, you may want to use a potion to keep your Pokemon healthy. It's probably a good idea, so we'll do just that. But for now, don't gotta worry about that. And this kid wants to battle us now that we've gone and... Well, he's gone and gotten his Pokemon, so... Let's battle youngster Ronnie. Not youngster Joey, youngster Ronnie. I know there's a bunch of Rattata around. It's not youngster Joey. That man is legendary. Okay, anyway, so let's battle youngster Ronnie and take care of his Rattata. There we go. Easy as that. Not a whole lot of experience, but that's alright. I don't exactly know how the experience formula works in this game. I think you get less if the Pokemon are a lower level than you, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh yeah, and trainers actually give you Pokeballs in this game, so if you ever wanted to go shopping for them, you probably won't need to. Well, for Great Balls and Ultra Balls, yes, but for Pokeballs, you get plenty of them, so. Mewtwo's stupid because he doesn't want to get caught. He's literally in a cave that's known by a lot of trainers. That's true, although not all of those trainers can get in, so. But yeah, he has his own baggage. Mewtwo's got a little baggage. He's been experimented on, so he's got a little PTSD to deal with, you know. Hello, me. Well, Pikachu's doing pretty good in battle, so. Yeah, probably lost a little bit of power points, so. Okay, sure, I'll do that. Yeah, so you want to heal up after battles if you take some damage or if you lose your power points. We don't have anything to restore power points at the moment, but I think there's power point restoring items in this game. I can't remember if I've ever used them, but I'm sure they're there. I don't know what I'd do if they weren't. Some of the moves only have like 5 power points, so. Alright, let's restore our Pokemon. Didn't really need it that badly, but hey, you know, might as well get to full before we venture out and see if Bonnie and Clyde over there are done with their guard duty. You have to. I have to remember what happened. I've seen too much. Yeah, apparently they're done with their guard duty, so we can go to the northern half of Viridian City. But first, let's read this. I think I already read it. And then let's head off to the west to see what's on Route 22. Because, well, actually, if we look at the town map, we can kind of see what's off on Route 22. Let's check it out. So yeah, if you go up this path, past Route 22, all the way to Route 23, you can head to Victory Road, which takes you all the way to the Indigo Plateau, the foremost place of battle for trainers in the Kanto region. Something tells me they're not going to let me in at the moment, but, I mean, we might as well go check it out. Oh, look, that's something we don't have yet. Not acting like you want to attack everything, just forgive human stupidity and forget. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, it was a process, and some of the people involved in the stuff that happened with Mewtwo are actually, they're not happy with what happened, obviously. They didn't like being part of the process either, and they realized their mistakes, so, you know. But I get where you're coming from. We caught an Nidoran female. Awesome. Evolves into a pretty good Pokemon, too. It's evolves into Nidoqueen, which is actually it's not one of my favorites necessarily, but it's a Pokemon that I've used quite often in a lot of my playthroughs. Learns a lot of cool moves, so that really helps out with, it's very versatile, basically. And a whole bunch of people leveled up from that, so that's cool. Let's read Nidoran Female's Pokedex entry. Nidoran Female is a mild-mannered Pokemon that doesn't like to fight. Beware, its small horn secretes venom. So yeah, don't touch that horn. You want to pet it on the head, sure, but probably be better off petting it under the chin, so you don't hurt yourself. That's another one we don't have. Hey, they're all coming out of the woodwork for us here. Find joy in life, not hate. That's the way to be, Mew, not Mewtwo. Try to find joy in everything you do. Learned that a long time ago, and it has served me well so far. Still not the best at getting those excellent throws. We'll have to work on that. Especially if we're going to catch like some legendary Pokemon later. You probably want to get an excellent throw if you want to catch those, so. Okay, got a first throw bonus there, so that's pretty good. Get some extra EXP. And get our 6th quote-unquote party member, because, again, they're only going to be in the party until I actually find things that I'm going to be using, so. In battle, that is. So Spearow is inept at flying high. However, it can fly around very fast to protect its territory. Cool. The reason, by the way, why I'm keeping all these Pokemon in my party is because, well, eventually they all evolve. So, like, Pidgey evolves at, I think, 18, Oddish at, like, 21, Spearow at 20, and so on and so forth. So getting them a little bit of free experience will actually assist me in getting them to their higher evolutions eventually. And even if I'm not going to use them in battle, having those unique species listed in my Pokedex, I mean, it can't hurt, you know. So, there is eventually a gateway. Hey, that's another one we don't have. Come back here. There we go. Excuse me. There is eventually a gateway in this game where they say, well, you have to have a certain number of Pokemon before you can proceed. But usually by that point, you've caught so many Pokemon that it doesn't even matter. So, I want to stay ahead of the game, but it's not like a huge deal, you know. Reason you're hard to find is because you can be anything and could be anywhere. I have become the chameleon. Gonna need a Devon sculpt to find you. I don't think we're quite gonna get Pikachu to level 9 before we go further in the route here. At level 9, Pikachu actually learns a coverage move in this game. It didn't learn it in Sun and Moon, and I'm not sure if it learns it in Sword and Shield, to be honest, but it gets it in this game, so... And it's a pretty good coverage move, actually, too, so... Let's read Nidoran Mail's Pokedex entry. Its large ears are always kept upright. If it senses danger, it will attack with a poisonous sting. And this one's horn looks a little bit sharper, so you may want to be a little more careful with it. Like, you probably couldn't get away with touching either Nidoran Male or Nidoran Female's horn, but yeah. Probably don't want to prick yourself there. That would hurt a little bit. Well, there's a whole lot of nothing down here except this item. 5 Pokeballs inside of another Pokeball. Pokeballception. Cool. Well, let's head up north and see what's going on at the Indigo Plateau before we head any further, shall we? See if anything else shows up that I haven't caught yet. I don't think so. I think we've caught pretty much everything that shows up here. I'm going to save real quick. Because I know what's coming. Okay. There we go. That was a Spearow, right? I think I heard the cry. It was just a Spearow. I think if you have some Pokemon out, they'll find something in one of the bushes here, but we're okay. Oh, wait, hang on, actually. You see that? See how Pikachu's tail is moving like that? That means there's a hidden item around here somewhere. And we're, like, right on top of it because Pikachu is, vibrating. There's an antidote in here. So that's the item finder of the game, is Pikachu's tail. In the case of Let's Go Eevee, Eevee's tail indicates when there's an item hidden nearby. So always keep an eye on the tail. If it's wagging like that, there's probably an item nearby. I don't think they directly explain that to you in the game, or maybe they do later, but yeah, always keep that in mind. It's how we find things. So, alright, let's go, Pikachu. Let's see what's over here. Oh, I'm over here. Okay, cool. You were seen twice by 2 children and a scientist. Ah, okay. Were they nice to you at the very least? Because, wouldn't be very good if they were being mean to you. Yes, that was why I was coming over here. I was going to see if they would let me in the front door with 0 badges. No, I actually came over here because I knew I would be here, so... Gonna get used to that eventually. Starting to get used to it. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, nothing in life is easy. So... Okay, well, that means we're gonna have to battle, see if we can get stronger with one another. So, I'm actually going to have a second Pokemon in this battle, but thankfully it's not really anything we gotta worry about, because it's just a Pidgey, so... Let's go, Pikachu! You got this, partner. I'm probably going to say, let's go, whatever I send out, because it was what I would have said in other games anyway. It just so happens to be in the title of this one. But yeah, Pidgey, not really anything to worry about. He just caught it, so... Or I just caught it, rather, so... Have I confused anyone yet? Oh, I forgot to switch the battle options. Yeah, I'm supposed to switch the battle options to set. We're not going to use switch. Switch is too easy, I find. But I've trained Eevee up a little bit, apparently. Level 7 now. Got a little experience from somewhere. Yeah, that was a level 3 burb. It got... Well, I already made one of them friend, but I think you meant fried, and yes, it did get fried. Charbroiled. Put it on the spittle. Actually, one of those things doesn't belong. But that's okay. Yeah, this battle isn't really all that difficult, honestly. It just have Pikachu zap everything and you're good to go. It's the hat, you know. It just gives her ultimate power. Yeah, we got a little experience there. Rattata got to level 5. Awesome. 15 more to go. And you got 16, so... Yeah, you had a level 3 burb. What did you think was going to happen? Two children are just chasing you, probably because you're rare, because no children have no intent of using you for evil. Still don't want to be seen by the scientist that found you. It was used for Mewtwo's creation. You know, the children are not evil. Okay, so the scientist used you, but that kind of sucks, but at least you got away. Well, I mean, yeah, it's helping a little bit. Frankly, the experience you get in battle in this game is pretty much equal with the experience you get, or even less in some cases, than the experience you get from catching Pokemon, so... Yeah, I mean, whatever works me. I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. Sounds good, but I'm actually going to go see if we can take a look at that place. Keep it in my memory whenever I'm thinking about things. Oh, Pikachu wants to tell us something. What you got, Pikachu? Good work in that battle. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just funny, though, because Pikachu's like, yeah, we were just playing. Meanwhile, we just deep-fried one of his Pidgeys. Can you, if I poke you, do you... No. Okay. I was going to say, if I poke you, do you high-five? But not yet, so... Okay. Affection is in this game, by the way, so since there's like a Pokemon-a-me-like system there with Pikachu, the affection stat is the thing that's been in the game since Gen 6, and it affects your Pokemon in battle. It'll allow them to, like, shrug off status ailments at times. It'll allow them to survive on 1 HP if they take a hit that would normally knock them out, that sort of thing. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I think it makes things too easy for something that you would normally do anyway. Like, I don't need an excuse to pet my Pokemon. I just like petting my Pokemon, okay? But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the affection system. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I just wish they would just let me do it, and there wouldn't be, like, bonuses in battle. But, I mean, whatever. It's there. I'll deal with it. Pet the child! Yeah, Mew is cool. Mew's a cool Pokemon. I like it. I just don't really plan on using it in this game. It's tied to too much money, basically. Made a huge mistake making a Pokemon made for battle, and you were right. So you're the dude that won't let us pass if we don't have a badge, right? Yeah. So in order to get past this gentleman, we need to have a Boulder badge, and he won't let us pass otherwise. And no, it's not like in Gen 1 where you can kind of like wall hacks past a couple of them. There's only one path through, and you need the badges in order to go, so. And there's more badge gates past that as we go. We need all 8 badges in order to get to the Pokemon League. And at the moment, we have a hot 0, so. But if we continue around here, we might be able to find some. I think there's a gym here in Viridian City. We might as well go check it out, see if anybody's home. See if I can get my first badge from there. Let's go heal first, though. Do I want to bring Nidoran Male into the party? Well, Pidgey's gotten a little bit of experience, and so has Oddish, actually. Let's open the box. And see what we got. Oddish, why don't you head back to the professor's lab, and we'll bring Nidoran Male along. Get a little extra experience for him. Let him be with his girlfriend. Okay, let's heal Pikachu up real quick. And then we'll head out to the northern side of Viridian City. Yeah, the music in this game, Conquer, is really good. It gives me big flashbacks to the anime and stuff. And, of course, the anime, at least, like I said, Season 1 was a big part of my childhood. I followed it practically religiously. So, yeah, the music in this game is really good. Gives me big anime vibes. It's almost like you're in the anime now, which was the ultimate goal of Pokemon Yellow anyway, was to make you feel like you were in the anime to begin with. So, they've finally realized the dream. Oh, look, there's an Oddish. Maybe I should have kept mine in the party so that Oddish could see Oddish, and then we'd have 2 Oddish. Well, I don't know where the people that were guarding the road went, but they're not here anymore, so... Hi, Oddish. Thank you. She decided to do it on her own. Well, Oddish? Yeah, maybe. Wonder how much Oddish weighs, actually. And yeah, if you didn't know about taking Pokemon out of the Pokeball yet to let them walk with you, this person lets you know. So, incidentally, how much does Oddish weigh? Now I'm curious. Let's see. 13 pounds. Well, I mean, that's not too bad for riding on your shoulder. How much does Pikachu weigh? 11. Okay, well, it's a little heavier, but not by too much. I think you'd be okay. Maybe she's not as buff as Jenny. Yes, thank you. I forgot about changing my settings already. Thank you for letting me know. Options is Y. I can't see the bottom right corner there, so. Controller settings? Oh, no, I already know about this. This is the same as it was before. Thank you for reminding me, though, because I already completely forgot. Okay, so that's fine. Don't need Pokemon Go settings. I don't think we'll be doing that at all. The speed of the text is fine. That's fine. We want this on set. Do I want vibration? Never really been a big fan of haptic feedback, so I'm probably going to just turn that off. If you're speed running the game, you can actually turn on movie skipping, although you can just do it by pressing plus or minus when you turn it on. So make sure that you do that if you're planning on speed running the game. So, and I think the sound balance is okay actually, so I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. Spent too much time on playing with Dream Eaters in Kingdom Hearts. See, I haven't played Dream Drop Distance yet, so I haven't had that experience. What is confirm? Let me see here. B is confirm or quit. Okay. Yes, please make those changes. Yeah, like I said, can't see the bottom right-hand corner, so I have to see it out of my stream on OBS over there, so. There's a reason Nintendogs was so popular. Yeah, for sure. I can see the appeal. Human stupidity is not your problem. Mewtwo, not made at him. Understand that he probably went through a lot. Well, that's true. Yeah, it's, everybody's dealing with their own stuff, so, Okay, hear me out. Pokemon in VR. I like the idea, Ghost Hand, but knowing the way that some people have used VR, I feel like it could be abused for all sorts of lewd things. Well, I haven't even nicknamed anybody just yet, but maybe we'll do that later. Like I said, if anybody has any suggestions for Pokemon nicknames, let me know. Got any Cinnabar Volcano Burger in here, sir? Oh wait, that's Mom's specialty. Never mind. Got a whole bunch of berries, though, over there. I can see that. Okay, so the simple name that he came up with for his Spearow was Speary. Apparently he's an NPC in Pokemon Stadium on the side. I mean, whatever gets the job done. No gym leader on the sign. That's a little weird. It's always closed. How do they get away with that? Huh. What does the league have to say when they have the doors closed tight like that? Like, how are trainers going to get to the league if you've closed the door? Something's strange going on there, and I don't quite know what it is, but maybe we'll find out later. Well, we can't go to Viridian Gym right now to get our first badge, so we'll head up to Pewter City because there'll be a gym over there. Oh yeah, and if you are having a little bit of trouble with the game, or if you want to make catching Pokemon easier, you can grab a second controller and shake it to call a support trainer in. It allows you to do double battles in the game, although opposing trainers will still only use one Pokemon, unless they normally use two. And it allows you to, basically, if you throw the ball in sync with both controllers, you actually get a catch combo, not a catch combo, a catch bonus, where it makes it easier to catch the Pokemon. It's useful if you're catching a very specific Pokemon that gives a lot of experience later, but we haven't found that Pokemon yet, so I probably won't worry about it until then. Basically, if they're particularly hard to capture, it's probably a good idea to use a second controller. I don't even know if we're going to abuse that yet. Probably not, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, we're up to Viridian Forest. Awesome. Was there any items over there in that bush that Pidgey was in? Be kind of cool, not gonna lie. Sounds cool, but then we have VR chat. Yeah, so Marie was thinking in the same wavelength that I was. Oh boy. What if Viridian Gym Leader's away on a training trip? That's a good point. He could be away on a training trip, so or she. I mean, I don't know. So maybe they let them go on training trips. Maybe they get some paid time off over the course of the year. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that job works. And same type attack bonus. Can I sit in the chair? No. Okay. That's fine. I don't need to sit yet anyway. I'm still full of energy. I'll keep that in mind, thank you. It's not really much of a maze. You can't really get lost too badly. And there are quite a few new Pokemon to catch in here, so we'll see what we can find. Okay, so this is actually explaining that mechanic that I was talking about before. If you see an aura around a Pokemon, a blue aura or a red aura, it actually changes the size of the Pokemon that you see in battle. So blue aura is a small Pokemon, a red aura is a large Pokemon, and they have a multiplier when you catch them where they give you more experience. So if you're looking for Pokemon, you might want to keep an eye out for that. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep an eye out for them. But first, I need to run. There we go. Before you disappear on me there, Caterpie. Well, the game seems to want us to use the berries from our bag, so let's use a raspberry. I mean, it's got a yellow aura. I'm looking at red things, I say red. It's got a yellow aura around it, so let's use a raspberry and see how it does for us. Here you go, buddy. So yeah, as you can see, it's changed the ring to a green color, which will make it a little easier to catch this Caterpie. Fantastic. I'm going to wait for the next attack, and then I'm going to throw it. Because if they do that, they'll actually slap the ball away from you, so that'll prevent you from actually catching them. Waste the Pokeball. Don't want to do that. Could stop diseases or bad guys, but you let humanity fix itself. If it can't, it can't. Well, I mean, you know, that's a fair way to do it. You know, we get ourselves into our own messes. We probably got to get ourselves out eventually, you know. I like this Mew. Thank you. It's like the Weedle and the Pidgey. Yeah. Yeah, the Pidgey are, you know, it's kill or be killed, and it's the law of the wild. Most of the time, the Weedle don't get away, unfortunately, but Circle of Life, you know. Okay, so the reason why I said I needed to run was because, well, I wanted to catch this Caterpie. Why did I want to catch it? Well, to add it to the Pokedex, first of all. If you touch the feeler on top of Caterpie's head, it will release a horrible stink to protect itself. That's kind of gross, but, I mean, it makes sense. But the real reason why I wanted to catch this Caterpie is because it's the first Pokemon I'm actually going to use in battle besides Pikachu. So, let's put it in our party, shall we? Who do I want to take out for it, though? I think Pidgey's docile enough where it won't eat Caterpie while it's in the party. Spearow I don't know about, though, so let's remove Spearow from the party. We'll put Caterpie in. There we go. And actually, let's move you around a little bit, put you up closer to Pikachu there. There we go. And now we can take Caterpie out of its Pokeball. And I'm getting a little bit of lag on this screen. I'm not sure why. That happens sometimes with this game, though, on the menus. You'll get a little lag. Yeah, Mobile Box is a really cool feature. I'm glad that they implemented it because it makes it a lot easier to kind of rotate Pokemon in and out of your party. So, that's an Oddish. So that Oddish has a large aura there. That's why it's red like that. Oh, that's a Butterfree just hanging out. Okay, cool. Is that your cousin? Do you want to be like that someday? Oh, okay. You're a little preoccupied, huh? Yeah, there's just random Butterfree hanging out. Occasionally you'll find a Beedrill. There is one Pokemon here that's really rare that I would like to capture for our party, though, that we're going to use in battle. But I don't know. It might be a little while before we find that one, so I'm going to wait for an attack. Usually that's a good idea, is to wait for an attack before you throw the ball. Yes, and then Kakuna will evolve and defend itself. Yeah, Circle of Life. You live long enough, you eventually get the bonuses of having lived long enough. The experience of having lived long enough, you know, all that stuff. Pikachu's almost level 9. I'll almost get my coverage move. Perfect. Yes, exactly. So, like we've been saying, Circle of Life. So whomever lives in that case lives. It's how it happens. Let's read Weedle's Pokedex entry. Beware of the sharp stinger on its head. Yeah, we knew that already. It hides in grass and bushes where it eats leaves. Okay, you can go to the box. That's fine. Actually, I should probably bring you out of the box so I can evolve you. Because if you hang out in the back of the party, you'll probably evolve a little quicker. So, let's see. So, add to party. Let's take Pidgey out. Pidgey's level 7. It's fine. And we'll keep Weedle in there until it evolves, probably. I won't be filling the party up completely for a little while. Oh, there's a Pikachu. Excuse me, that's not the rare Pokemon I'm looking for, though. Thank you, I will keep that in mind. That was a Caterpie. Excuse me, other Pikachu. Not my Pikachu. There's just Butterfrees everywhere, man. Come on, Caterpie, keep up. You doing okay? Well, good. I'm glad that you're feeling calm. Is that what No, that's a Weedle. Okay. Not what I'm looking for. So we'll just run around through Viridian Forest, see if we can find our way. And the wild Chinese mostly lose their life. Well, yeah, actually, if you're thinking older generations, yeah. They're an easier target, one, because they're a different color, and two, I think if I remember right, in older generations, they actually have lower stats than the normal Pokemon. Unless that's the other way around and I'm just not thinking of it correctly. I forget. You know, I should switch around Pikachu's moves. I usually like having Quick Attack, or really most of my attacking moves, up higher on the list, so... Is it the other way around? Okay, gotcha. I haven't done a whole lot of shiny hunting in older games, so I didn't know exactly how it worked, so... Yeah, they lose their camouflage, exactly. Yep, that makes sense then. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, keep an eye on that grass. We're looking for something specific, and it's not an Oddish. More Pokeballs, just in case you've been catching a whole bunch of Pokemon. There's a Metapod. There's a Weedle. I'm getting boxed in! Excuse me, pardon me. There we go. That's a big Oddish. Big Oddish. Big Weedle. It is nice, though, that even if your Pokemon are walking with you, they can't trigger battles by running into Pokemon. That's, I mean, it would make sense realistically, but it would also be kind of a pain in the butt from a gameplay standpoint, you know. Whoop, I ran into something. What'd I run into? Oh, Pidgey. Okay. Well, Pidgey, you can go back to your family, because I don't actually plan on catching you. You guys keep saying everything you're going to say. We're all on the same wavelength today. I see a small Pokemon back there. What are you? Oh, Weedle. Okay. It's tiny! Yeah, so it actually will be smaller in terms of its height and weight in the Pokedex if you catch it. And if you manage to catch it, you also get an experience bonus for catching it, so... But I've already caught a Weedle, so we'll use the one we have. Kakuna. Yeah, I gotta keep a close eye on this grass, just in case I see something I'm looking for. It's not another Pikachu. I have a partner Pikachu, does that count? I think I just saw a big Pikachu. So, I'm sorry, I have to say it like that every time. After Big Snake, I just have to say it like big every single time. How are Pikachu so common in this? You would think since it's the starter Pokemon it would be less common, I know, but apparently not. Still haven't found the one I'm looking for, though. But it's exceedingly rare in here, so that's probably why. We might find one of them by the time we're done with this area, though. Okay, just in case it uses Quick Attack, let's use our own Quick Attack, shall we? Bah! Gotcha. Can't see me, can't see, or can't beat up what you can't see. And we got to level 9. Awesome. Shinies have more of a value by people, so they're mostly safe because they're caught by trainers. Yeah, that's true. If trainers, you know, find them first, then they're usually safer. And there you go. So there's Pikachu's coverage move. It actually gets double kick in this game, which makes it very handy for the first gym because, well, you don't really have a coverage move for the first gym otherwise. I think I'll get rid of Growl. I can use Tail Whip to help me beat things up faster. I can't use Growl to help me beat things up faster, so... And I'm going to move Quick Attack after this as well, so that it's in a different slot. Yeah, so common in this game. Nidoran female learned how to Poison Sting. That's good. Thank you for the Pokeballs. I really don't need them. I have like 60 at this point, but that's okay. I'll take them anyway. So Pikachu's moveset, that's what I'm looking at. Caterpie's moveset is fine as it is, though, so... let's see, so let's take Quick Attack, and we will reorder up here. There we go. See, I usually like to keep my attacking moves in the first 2 or 3 slots, or 4, I guess, if I have 4 attacking moves, but I usually try not to have 4. I usually try to have, like, 3, and then a status move that's helpful, like a buffing move, or, like, Reflector Light Screen, something to that effect. You'll see more of that stuff, or a status move even as well. You'll see more of that as we go through the game. Did I check Caterpie's nature? I don't think I did. Oh, change Pokemon is left and right, not up and down. I'm pressing up and down, it's not working, but that's because it's left and right. I should really pay attention. Jolly. Okay, that's not ideal, but I'll take it. The difference in natures, by the way, it changes the stats by about 10%. So its special attack, in this case, Caterpie special attack will be 10% lower than the average Caterpie, and speed will be 10% higher than the average Caterpie. So, like I said, not ideal, but Caterpie's evolutions in this game can account for the fact that it has lower special attack, because it gets probably one of the best buffing moves in the entire Pokemon games. So let's move you over, actually. Stick you in the front of the party so you can get a little more experience. I've been over here already. That's a big Weedle. And I fought you, and I got everything up there, so... Oh, excuse me, Pikachu. Excuse me, Caterpie. Trying not to run into things I don't need to fight. I wonder if that lass is actually going to look for that big Pikachu before he wanders out into the town. What's up, dude? Sure. I'll battle you. Now you must go. It might be there watching your journey, might not. You'll never know. Good luck in your journey. Thank you, Mew. I appreciate the time that you spent with us already, so you take care of yourself. I'll be here if you ever decide you want to come back in and check on us. Alright, Caterpie versus Caterpie. Mine is a higher level, so hopefully that'll be fine. Tackle in this game is not like it was in old generations. They use the new move power and accuracy, so it has 100% accuracy in this one, which was a welcome change from older generations, because frankly, a move that almost every Pokemon gets from the beginning, not having 100% accuracy, it really sucked. Like, let's be honest, it was not my favorite choice, but I mean, whatever. Frankly, it was that way for most things, though, in Gen 1, because in Gen 1, every move had a even if it had 100% accuracy, it had a 1 in 256 chance of missing, unless it was Swift, in which case it never missed, so. Okay, well, that didn't really help much, but that's okay. It can hack it, and it did, because I beat yours. Well, I guess you were probably talking about your own Caterpie, so whatever. More Pidgeys. Yeah, just keep an eye on the grass, ladies and gentlemen. If it's something we haven't seen yet, I probably want to know. You can do that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where you point at the screen for me, you know? Like we're watching Dora the Explorer all of a sudden. Or Blue's Clues. God, I haven't seen those shows in a long time. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, if you're using a different controller, you can catch Pokemon in different ways. But we'll be using probably just one of the Joy-Cons for the entirety of the game, so... Let's see, Tiny Weedle, Pidgey, Tiny Caterpie. I heard another Weedle. What's up, kid? You ran out of Pokeballs? Yeah, well, I mean, you can't really have enough, but we have... How many? Let's see... Where's my catching pocket? There it is. 63. Yeah, we're not going to run out anytime soon. Yelling at Dora to stop being dumb and open her eyes. It's right there, Dora. Why can't you see it? Yeah, I know that feeling. Used to, because my, it wasn't my niece, but like my friend has kids and they used to watch it. And it was just, watching them watch it was just... It was just silly, because they usually before, like you could see as they were growing up that they got sick of it, you know, like they would do it wide-eyed and they'd always do what they were told at first, and then all of a sudden they'd get to this age where they'd be like, no, Dora, it's right there. Why are you, you know, it was just funny seeing them like evolve into that, you know. I don't know if I can hack it with this Nidoran. I'm a higher level, but it might actually be a bit of an even match here. I might have to switch to Pikachu. We'll see. Thankfully, Poison Point doesn't exist in this game. Abilities are not a thing in this Pokemon game. So, we don't have to worry about me having a chance of getting poisoned, even though I don't have any antidotes. I probably should have bought those before I came to Viridian Forest. You'd think that the fact that I've gone through here probably 50 times in my lifetime would make it a little easier for me to remember that, but apparently not. Let's go, partner. Just finish this Nidoran off. I think if I remember right, the way that... I know this part of experience works like this. Like, both Caterpie and Pikachu will get the full amount of experience that they would get in this battle. Because they both participated actively. So... yeah. But there's definitely a difference. I'm not really sure how or why, but... Okay, what did you have to say that was so important that you didn't want to say it during the battle? Oh, okay, huh. Well, that's a little strange. Yeah, so rare Pokemon can appear on the different routes all over the place, and they're not registered in the Pokedex as appearing in these habitats, so you kind of just have to, you know, hope for the best in a lot of cases. But Bulbasaur is actually the Pokemon I'm looking for, and if I can find it, we'll be in good... Oh my... Okay, everybody slow down real quick here. Let's just take a breather. Yeah, if we can find a Bulbasaur, we'll be in good shape, but haven't found it yet, so yeah, we'll have to see about that one. I did, actually. I think I did pick up an antidote off the ground somewhere. It'd be a medicine pocket. Yep, there's 2 antidotes, so. And 2 potions. I probably should have bought more of these, too, before going through here, but we'll be fine. I'll just switch Caterpie out, no big deal. What did I have that was ×1 in there? Oh, a tiny mushroom, okay. Well, we can sell that for some money eventually. Well, I'm not planning on it. Are you? Likely distracted when I did pick it up. That's okay, Conker, no problem. But yeah, there was one around here somewhere, at least. Maybe even 2. So. Uh-oh, a Kakuna. That thing's got a hard carapace. It's going to make it a little difficult for me to get through it with Tackle, but thankfully, we have a special attack to breach that defense. Suddenly ticked the box to you because Poison Point and Static traumatized you after Gen 3. Sorry for traumatizing you again there, Marie. But yeah, you don't even have to worry about that in this game, so that's a plus. It's a minus in this case because, you know, Pikachu can't static things, but, well, I can't be static or Poison Pointed either, so double-edged sword, I guess. I guess this might be a little difficult if you had Eevee around because I don't think you get any other special attackers other than, like... I think in Let's Go Eevee you can get a Bellsprout on Route 1, but... Well, Kakuna resists grass-type attacks, and pretty much everything else you have is physical, so... This battle might be a little challenging there, but Pikachu's got the advantage because special attack, so... Did a good thing. Gen 3 Static and Poison Point felt like they always activated. Well, yeah, that's true. They did seem to activate quite often, so... Hey, you do that, kid. Yeah, we'll have a look around and see if we can find that Bulbasaur. Oh, look, there's one behind this tree. I think there was a trainer up here in one of the games, too, but I don't remember. They had, like, a Metapod or something. Maybe that was, like, Gen 2, I want to say? Maybe not. Well, I see a whole lot of Caterpie and a few Weedle. And a Pidgey. Out on the hunt, no doubt. My voice caught in my throat there, I apologize. Yeah, nothing doing here for now. Sure, why don't you teach me after I beat you in battle? Always turns into, if I hit this thing with a physical attack, I will get poisoned or paralyzed. Yeah, so you end up not using the physical attacks on them, yeah. Or rather, just contact moves in general, so. And honestly, I'm kind of glad in later generations after Gen 3 that they separated, like, they said, okay, so physical special split, but also, if you're using a physical move, there's a good chance that it makes contact. Most special moves do not. And I'm glad for the separation because it means that you kind of know whether or not you're using an attack that has a chance to make contact, you know, like, moves that made contact made sense, so it just, I don't know if, you know, understand what I'm saying there, but before it didn't make as much sense, but after they realized that and corrected it in Gen 4, it made a little more sense, so. Well, I don't like sand attacks. Let's get the heck out of here. Now I'm getting sand attacked anyway, but if Pikachu hits with Thunder Shock, it won't matter if I'm sand attacked. This Pidgey will also be charbroiled. There we go. Flame Wheel was a flaming tackle and didn't make contact. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, is stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't exactly make much sense in Gen 3, but then they kind of fixed it in Gen 4, so. Okay, so Rattatas level 6. Got Quick Attack. Very good. Nidoran Male is level 5. Weedle's level 4. We're getting there. So what's the tip that you got for throwing the Pokeball the right way? Yeah, well, yeah, I know that part. Yeah, that's been what I've been doing already, so. That was a Weedle. I'm listening for the cries while I can as well, just to see if I hear something. Big Metapod. We're going to get a Metapod, though, so I'm not going to catch that one, even though it's not something that we have currently. Let's see. You need 3 experience to level 6. Okay. I'd like to get you to level 7 if I can, but, you know, to evolve you. We're not there yet, so... Nope, that's a Metapod. Okay. She gave you 3 Pokeballs. Can you run out? It's not likely. So... Elemental Punches were special, really helped you beat Whitney and Silver. Yeah, that does help, actually. Yeah. Because the special attacks there... really, you know, pretty good. I mean, and you can get a Kadabra, basically, in Silver. So, like, if you have a Kadabra with the Elemental Punches, Whitney doesn't really stand a chance. We got a Lure from that Pokeball there. And actually, the Lure will be fairly useful to us because it will allow that rarer Pokemon that I was talking about, the Bulbasaur, to actually appear a little more often. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save, and then we're going to use the Lure, and we're going to see if we can find it. Yeah, you can run out if you catch a lot of Pokemon, but otherwise, yeah, very unlikely that you'll run out of Pokeballs, so... Although I don't think they give you as many later on. Like, I think they give you Great Balls and Ultra Balls from the trainers later in the game, but they don't give you as many. I think they only give you, like, 2 for Great Balls and then, like, 1 for Ultra Balls or something like that. I think. I don't quite remember. But yeah, let's use the Lure. A mysterious scent spreads around me. See if we can draw in a rare Pokemon. I don't have you in my sights. I'm gonna run into something and run away so I can work on other things. And yeah, if the Lure doesn't work, I'm probably just gonna reset, to be honest, so we can go from there. Although I'm not sure if I can reset without just going to the home screen, so... That's an Oddish. That's a Pidgey, okay. I was gonna go around it, but it's okay. The Lure lasts for 100 steps, if I recall correctly, so... There sure are a whole lot of tiny and huge Pokemon that I've already caught. Let's go over here. Pikachu. There's another Pikachu. Yeah, just listening for the sound effects, really. It's a Metapod. There's one! Ha! Found you. Okay, let's see if we can catch this Bulbasaur. Yeah, I can whack the Pokeball right out of my hands with the Vine Whip, but yeah, we'll use a Raspberry. Here you go, buddy. Okay, here we go. Nice! Got an excellent throw. That should make this a little easier. Come on! Oh, that was close. Okay. Got it again. Not getting away from me this time. Yes, got it. Awesome. So normally in this game, you'd probably use the grass type that you catch on Route 1 to help you out with the first gym. So you'd use like a Bellsprout in Eevee, or you'd use an Oddish in this game. I said, you know what? Everybody uses them. Let's use something else. So let's use a Bulbasaur instead. And gets us a good chunk of experience too, so that'll help. I thought you can tell what gen a Pokemon came from if you listen to the sound font of the cry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the sound font is, yeah. But they, even though they've updated them to be less MIDI, I guess. But yeah, they've updated them, but you can still kind of tell, you know what I mean? Based on the way that the cry is, so. Well, Nidoran learned a whole bunch of stuff. We got a whole bunch of levels out of that. Weedle's getting closer to evolving. Caterpie's getting closer to evolving too, so we're in good shape. Excuse me. And let's read Bulbasaur's Pokedex entry. It can go for days without eating a single morsel. In the bulb on its back, it stores energy. So this is our Camo Pokemon. Gotcha. And let's take Bulbasaur right out of that box because we want to use it in battle, so... Was it a he or a she? I didn't see. It was a he. Okay. Add you to the party. Yeah, we'll take Rattata out. There we go. And level 7 is actually a pretty solid level for it to be at the moment, for him to be at the moment, because he'll actually be in pretty good shape for the... Up there goes the lure. Okay. Well, we got what we needed, so That's all that matters. But yeah, level 7 is pretty solid for a level there. It's, I don't think we're going to be getting a whole lot more experience between here and the first gym, so that level should give us enough to where I can kind of sweep through the trainer in the gym and then use it against the actual gym leader. Yeah, well, you and Bulbasaur are going to be partners for a while there, Caterpie, so you can be interested. As long as you two work together, that's the most important thing to me. Hey, kid, what's up? Well, I just caught a Bulbasaur, and I'm trying to get out of here before someone steals it from me. There's a rare encounter. Where's there a rare encounter for Squirtle so you can have a ballistic tortoise ferry you over the ocean? Where is Squirtle? I think it's up by Cerulean Cape, which is like Route 24 and 25. Don't quote me on that. I don't 100% remember, but I recall seeing one there, I think. So, yeah, just in case. Okay, well, this is a Metapod, so it's probably going to harden a whole bunch and make this a lot harder than it has to be. Let's get one tackle in and then leave, and then we'll do some more after this. We'll do... we'll have Bulbasaur... Oh, okay, so it has tackle itself. Okay. Well, we'll have Bulbasaur come in, because he should have tackle. Can I check his moves? Yes, I can. Yeah, he's got tackle and Vine Whip. Okay. And he has minus attack plus speed, so that's timid, I think? That's not bad, actually. I'm going to use him more of a special attacker in the game. I think one of the coverage moves I'm going to give him is physical, but should work pretty good. Yeah, I think it's a little while later. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is around Route 24 or 25, so if I recall correctly. Not buying it now, but might give it a shot since it lets you take stuff out of bank for a new Pokemon run. Well, yeah, that's true. It'll give you something to do while we're, while you're waiting around for the Diamond and Pearl remakes. So there's a bank with almost the limit of 3K Pokemon in it. That's a lot of Pokemon. I can't even remember the last time I logged into Pokemon Bank. It's been forever. Probably the last time I played Pokemon for the channel, actually. It's probably been like since 2014. Something like that. There's probably a whole bunch of Pokemon in there that are getting lonely. Furthest you would assume it would appear would be around Vermilion. Yeah, because they actually gift you a Squirtle in Vermilion, similar to how they do it in Pokemon Yellow. So, yeah, it would probably be somewhere before there. Because, well, we haven't gotten a gift Bulbasaur yet, so usually place them somewhere before that. You know, I might catch a Kakuna. I have Weedle, and it will evolve eventually, but I might catch a Kakuna just to get a little extra experience. Again, I wanted to get Caterpie to level 7 if I could, but we're not quite there yet. How close? 55 experience. Well, it's probably alright. We'll probably be fine. I might just need to heal Bulbasaur a little more than usual in the gym fight, so. Hello, sir. Taking a break? I have, yeah. Oh, okay, huh. Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for those secret techniques. Oh, okay, gotcha. And yeah, CP is a value that's carried over from Pokemon Go, so if you have a high CP Pokemon in Pokemon Go, they will probably do pretty good in this game, so. Yeah, you haven't been out of the forest ever, have you, Caterpie? Well, let's go out of the forest then. We'll take you on a little adventure. We'll take Bulbasaur out of the ball in a little bit. We're just letting Caterpie hang out until Caterpie is evolved and has a little bit of trouble walking around because it's kind of a hard carapace at that point, so. Or a hard shell. Oh, we can't get over there just yet, but that's fine. I don't think I would want to go over there just yet anyway. The Pokemon over there are a little scary for us at the moment. Oh, here I am. You casually transfer stuff every game. Well, yeah, that's true. If you do that in every game, it would hit, you'd eventually hit the limit anyway, so. Yeah, I was actually hoping that there would be, because the one in Viridian's closed, so. Is he? I'll have to keep that in mind. I can't exactly battle to toughen up my Pokemon at the moment, but he'll probably have higher level Pokemon than we have, so it'll make it a little easier for us to gain those experience points that I'm missing. Sounds good. Yeah, Pikachu's ready. We're all ready and waiting for it. Okay, sure, what you got? 5 potions, okay. Well, if I bought some, I'd have plenty now, so. You know, you really shouldn't have. I appreciate it, but let me do that. I have a bunch of money myself, so. Cool. You too. Well, off I go. Probably already beat the gym too, didn't I? Well, we'll have to beat the gym ourselves in a moment. Am I confusing anyone yet? I'm just listening to myself talk and I'm like, good lord, man. Somebody just walked into the stream from without knowing what the heck's going on, they'd be so confused. Sure, throw them under the bus, why don't you, man? Must be a big Brock fan. Hey, look, an item. An X defense. You can use that in battle to sharply raise your defense stat. I usually don't use X items all that much, to be honest. Never really been a big fan of them, so... Anything back here? Or is this just... Okay, this just leads around. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't need to do that for a while. We get a whole bunch of Pokeballs, so... From all the trainers we're beating. That's why you had to stop having 6-man teams in your playthroughs. Can't keep putting them in bank. Oh, yeah, it's true. Start doing solos and duos. Went kind of overboard in Sun and in Moon, teams of 12 plus Pokemon. Yeah, I did that in my first playthrough of, I think X was the game from that gen that I got. I had, like, a Pokemon for every type, basically. So I think at the end I had, like, 14 Pokemon that I was rotating in and out of the party all the time. They still ended up being at a pretty decent level, though, so I don't know. Apparently it worked out. Probably the experience share. Yeah, so same thing as always. If you have gym badges, Pokemon that you get in trades will obey you better. But I don't think we'll be using any Pokemon we get in trades. We will be using gift Pokemon, but they're given to us by NPCs in the game, but not ones that are traded. Because I don't have Nintendo Switch Online, so... We'll go to the Pokemon Center in a minute. I'm just exploring Pewter at the moment, so... Oh, you've got a Caterpie too. Hey, buddy. No, what are you doing? Oh, so that's why the Caterpie's there, because it's lured to the flower beds. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Well, I guess 2 schools of thought, you know? It'll all work out, I guess. Hopefully. Eventually. This looks suspicious, but there's nothing there, so... Otherwise, Pikachu's tail would be wagging. Uh-oh. Thieves at Mount Moon. That's no good. We can't even go to Mount Moon at the moment yet, though, because this kid'll stop us, so... Oh, okay, sure. Take me to your leader! Oh, okay. Do you have an Abra that knows teleport? That was... something. That was an experience I haven't had before. I like that, though, that little transition where all of a sudden you're just right there. Well, I have now, because you're telling me that. You're probably like, hello, are you okay? That's why in Sun you had a team of, you think, 18 wasn't underleveled. Yeah, they don't walk you there anymore, they just slide the screen over and take you straight there. I think I think it's funny. It is a little sad, but I think it's funny, so I think it almost makes up for it in my mind. Oh, okay. Maybe they just came there because they like moonstones. I don't know. She's got a big Slowpoke. Actually, it's not a big Slowpoke. It's just a regular-sized Slowpoke, but Slowpoke is big. Because in this game, the Pokemon are all actually the size that they are normally, compared to the people. I'm looking at you, Sword and Shield. Sure, what's the favor? Oh, well, he's a Slowpoke, so I mean, of course. I mean, sure. How hard could it possibly be to keep an eye on one Slowpoke? Okay, sure. Why not? What's up, Slowpoke? What you thinking about in that head of yours? Probably nothing at all. I can appreciate the fact that he can clear his head like that. It's a skill that not a lot of us have. Well, you're welcome. And she gives you a big pearl for keeping an eye on Slowpoke, so we can sell that for some money. Awesome. I think if I remember right, she gives you 1 big pearl daily if you come back and watch Slowpoke on other days, so... It literally does nothing, though. There are no, like, additional things that happen or anything like that with it. It just sits there and stares, so... Oh, okay, huh. You find items in the field? Actually, Pikachu has done that before as well. Maybe Butterfree will have a bird's eye view because it can fly. What do you think, Caterpie? You think you'll eventually be able to fly? Ask the spirit. Probably never felt paved stone before. It's kind of interesting, though, when you think about all this stuff, because it's like, this Pokemon has literally never left its natural habitat, and we're taking it to all these places with these things that it's never seen before. Like, it's so interesting, you know? Stuff that you don't really think about, but it's part of the reason why I love having Pokemon that can walk with you on the world like this, because it just opens up so many interesting interactions that you can have, you know what I mean? So. Oh, so you guys must have the prevailing wind then. Gotcha. Nice. I still haven't visited the Pokemon Center, have I? Well, let's look at the mart and see what they've got. He did? Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, dude. Although the Pokemon that he sold you, actually, you can't get it until much later in the game in this one because there's no fishing rod in this game. So, yeah, it might actually be worth it if you want it to grab it from that guy, even if he's, you know, digging you out of $500, so... Well, yeah, that's the idea. I mean, Caterpie's not exactly strong at the moment, but eventually he'll blossom. So, I'm here to sell, sir. I've got a few things that I can give you that I'm not going to use myself, like this tiny mushroom. And I don't think there are any collectors in the game that will actually take them, like in black and white. So, don't worry about it. Just sell them. They'll get you some money. And it's, well, it's not much needed, but I will need a little money later on. And yeah, I'm probably not going to use any of the X items. Really don't need them all that badly. They probably would help in some cases, but I have potions, so. I have 73 Pokeballs, so we won't need any of those. I think I will buy a couple of regular potions, though. So, just a few to keep me topped off. You're back in. All right, Conquer, see you in a minute. So no Wailord. Slowpoke is the equivalent of Patrick. Yeah, exactly. If there was a Wailord in the game, it would be gigantic. And to be fair, I give Sword and Shield some shit, but in the wild area in Sword and Shield, the Pokemon on the world map are the actual size they're supposed to be. And like, if you go to, I think it's in Crown Tundra or the Isle of Armor, it's one of those two. There are wild Wailord that actually show up on the world map at the correct size. The problem is that when you get into a battle with them, they shrink down to the size of nothing. So, yeah, that's not exactly my favorite choice on their part. Welcome back, Conquer. We're just buying some items. I'll get a few antidotes. We'll just have like 3, I think, of each status item, just in case. We probably don't need burn heals or ice heals right now, though, so we'll just get awakenings and some paralyze heals. And that should be good. Yeah, they were so close, I know. What could have been, you know. But alas, it was not to be. Hopefully they learned their lesson for the next generation. Okay, well, we bought a few items, we sold a few items. Let's head off to, we'll head to the Pokemon Center next, I think. Or maybe I should go to the house up here. I'll go to the house up here, just because. We'll go visit Pewter Museum after I go to the Pokemon Center. And then we'll go visit Pewter Gym. Yep, excellent throws, that's what you want. But yeah, of course, even if you get an excellent throw, like with Bulbasaur there, it's never a sure thing, is it? Excuse me. Yep, TMs have sometimes got some exclusive moves that Pokemon can't normally learn by level up, so if we get a TM, we'll definitely have an opportunity to use it, so. And TMs in this game function like they do in later generations. You can use them as many times as you want, and you only need one of each, so. Any fancy items back here, Pikachu? No, just a chopped down tree that we can't do anything with for now. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the Pokemon Center, I think, Caterpie, because, again, I don't think we've been there. Yeah, you guys have been walking around with a little bit less than maximum HP. So let's walk over here and fix that. And then once we're done, we'll go from there. I don't know why, but seeing Caterpie, like, wander through the bushes there, it just gave me this little warm feeling. Because, like, I know it's just him pathing his way that's the closest way to me. But it just feels so natural with him because he's used to being in a forest where all the overgrowth is, you know? I don't know. I appreciate the little things, I guess. Thank you, Nurse Joy. What's up, Chansey? And what do we got in here? Yes, so Brock uses Rock-type Pokemon. And, yeah, you want to have a Grass or a Water-type before you go in there. It's probably a good idea. I don't think you can get any water types at this point, though. So, oh, apparently Team Rocket's at Mount Moon. Though that guy was a little wooed, but, you know. What you playing, kid? Oh, okay, nice. So yeah, they're playing some Pokemon game. I don't know which one on their Switch, but apparently it has Pikachu in it. And Clefairy. Pewter Crunchies, huh? You know what? I'll take one. Why not? What do they do? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Well, let's check it out. What does a Pewter Crunchy do? That would be in probably the medicine pocket? Yeah. What do you do, Pewter Crunchies? Okay, so it's a full heal. Gotcha. And it was slightly less expensive than a full heal, so that's not too bad. All right. Is there anything new at the magazine stand? I never check these things after the first area when they point you to them, so maybe I'll try checking them in this one. Pokemon Center News. Sure. Let's read it. Team Rocket's out there, huh? Oh, that's no good. Is that the telltale sign? They should really try to blend in a little better. Should take some notes from Cypher. I don't even think Cypher exists yet in this universe, so... Well, yeah, of course. Okay, well anyway, we'll keep an eye out for Team Rocket while we're out on our adventures. But for now, our sights are set on the Pewter Museum and then the gym. Let's go have a visit, shall we? Yeah, Caterpie's a little slow at the moment. Can't quite keep up with us, but he'll fix that eventually. Especially once he sprouts wings, you know, that'll make it a lot easier. Can I talk to you from behind the desk? No, you're facing the wrong way. Well, that's a fancy poster back there. Wonder what Pokemon that is. Huh. Maybe we'll see it later. Sure, I'll pay 50 bucks. Why not? You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, this is fancy. Look at this thing. Hate to meet that in a dark alley. Or a light alley, for that matter. Look at those sides on his hands. Holy hell. Huh. Okay. Maybe we'll get our hands on one of those eventually. We'll have to do a little bit of archaeological digging, but, you know. Oh, these are the bones of a dragon? Holy crap. So this is from an Aerodactyl. Wow. I don't know. It looks kind of like a... Yeah, it's just a replica. Jenny, get your head out of the clouds there. I mean, it kind of looks like a dragon, but something tells me it's not a dragon. I could see how you could get it confused, though. Looking at you, Lance, anyway. Oh, you got a space exhibit. Right up my alley. What the heck is this thing? A hologram, a map of the universe. So where are we in there? I don't know. They don't really point us to it, so but we're in there somewhere, I'm sure. Well, apparently that's not the case for some Pokemon. They really like Moonstones. So they think it's a Moonstone, but they're not 100% sure. If it is a Moonstone, it's a big Moonstone. So. Well, you can go get one in Viridian Forest, so. Not too hard to catch. They were everywhere, so. Piece of a meteor, huh? I wonder what those are used for. There's a crystal in there. Don't know what that's for. Probably something important. Here's an older space shuttle. Yeah, we'll get to Mars one of these days. I'm with you there, man. Space news is always interesting to me. Ah, okay, so this is how the forming of materials came together to form planets and stuff. Interesting. Well, that was worth the 50 Poké Dollars. Come here, Caterpie. Get around that corner. There you go. I really should be waiting up for him. He's trying his best. So what'd you think of that, Caterpie? Interesting stuff, huh? I mean, one day you'll fly just like that dragon-like Pokemon that was in there. I mean, you probably won't fly as high. You're a bug. We gotta be realistic with our expectations here, but yeah, you'll get there. How much do you have to the next level again? 55. Okay. We might get that from the trainer that's here. Let's see. So move is R. There we go. Because we're definitely going to use Bulbasaur where we're going, so. Alright, into the gym we go. I was going to say, what happened to the lights? But apparently the lights are on now, so. I'm guessing that's Brock up there. I sure am. Okay, so am I worthy? Now, the gyms in this game are actually a little bit different from other games because they have a requirement involved in actually getting in. They won't even let you in the front door unless you fulfill the requirement. So, in order to fulfill the requirement here, you have to know how type matchups work. How do you do that? Well, you have been given a hint previously. Rock types have a disadvantage against water and grass types. So, if you have a grass or a water type Pokemon in your party, they'll let you in the door. If you don't, well, then you better go catch one because they won't let you in the door. So, let's show them a grass type. Awesome. So there are a few little requirements that the gyms have in this game. It's really never anything too substantial. I think the worst one is like... I think the one in Fuchsia City requires that you've caught like 50 unique species of Pokemon, if I recall correctly. But that's by that point in the game, that's usually not a big deal. Because there's a whole host of Pokemon between here and there, so... Yeah, usually they're not a big deal. I don't mind them. Oh, apparently I'm already certified here, so I guess I just need to certify myself now. Let's go do that then, shall we? And we'll fight the trainers along the way because I like experience points. And the trainers in here should all use Pokemon that are similar to what Brock uses, but they might use ground types instead of just rock types, so... It's okay, though. We have an advantage against rock types. Not on the field at the moment, but we'll fix that in a second. Let's get Bulbasaur out here. Give him his maiden voyage. Maybe I'll heal him with a potion when we're done with the first two trainers, just so I don't have to walk back out. We should have enough Vine Whip power points to get us through the whole gym. Because everything here, well, almost everything here will probably be 4 times weak to it, so... Even with that defense boost... Actually, you'll probably take 2 of these now with that defense boost, but we'll see, because we're the same level, so... Yeah. Okay, that's fine. The requirements later on can be a bit tricky to complete. Yeah, it can be a little tricky if you haven't been, like, you know, catching things, I guess. Like, if you've only been catching your favorites, then yeah, the requirements later can be hard to fulfill, but, I personally didn't have too many problems, so. Can't speak for everybody, though, you know, so. Well, I'm glad. It's because I'm playing to win. I'm actually going to switch Bulbasaur's moveset around a little bit, too, because I usually like having same type attack bonus moves up at the top. So we're going to move Vine Whip up here. There we go. Just easier to access, you know. So, and then I'll keep coverage moves in the other slots. So, although Bulbasaur's grass and poison, so I'd like to get a poison type move here at some point, but we'll get there later. Anyway, let's battle this kid. Really? I didn't think we were that far. Is there like some sort of space-time dilation going on between me and Brock? I don't know if this kid knows what he's talking about. Okay, so they changed it, so they all have Geodude now, instead of like... Because I think this kid had like a Diglett and a Sandshrew in Pokemon Yellow, if I remember right, which was not quite a rock type, but I mean, it made things a little more interesting than just a bunch of Geodude, so... I guess I could talk about this now, right before we get to the boss fight here. The other small requirement that I'm going to have fulfilled in this playthrough is that I'm actually going to use a different Pokemon for, or I'm going to try anyway, to use a different Pokemon for each Pokemon that the gym leader has. So Brock has 2 Pokemon, so I have to use a unique Pokemon to KO each of his Pokemon. So like, I can use Bulbasaur to KO his Geodude, but I have to have something else KO his Onix. I'm probably going to do it in reverse of that. I'm probably going to have Bulbasaur KO Onix and have probably Pikachu KO Geodude. So, but yeah, I'm planning on using a unique Pokemon for each unique Pokemon that the gym leader uses. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see if it works out. And Caterpie's level 7. Awesome. And Nidoran Male's level 7. That's pretty good. We're getting there. Yeah, I was gonna say, kid. What are you talking about? Oh, we have our first evolution. Go, Caterpie. Become what you must. Hello. Cole's here. He looks tired.
I went from rank 7 to 9 in Boja in a day. I deserve a fucking medal.
I don't know anything about Bozja, so I couldn't really tell you if it's
You
that's
know
a
one
good or
thing
bad
about
thing.
Boja.
That it's a pain in the ass.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh, Toki, we've got some homework for you. Yeah, sure, what is it? Just make sure you're ready to go to start farming Lacus Lictor, which is the new fucking big dungeon in Boja. I'm like, oh, what rank do you need to be for that? 15. What rank are you now, Toki? 5. I hate my life. That
So-
fucking red choke.
So what you're saying here and what Conker's Twin is saying in the chat is why I have that adult warning at the beginning of the stream. Can you imagine a parent letting their child watch this? Holy hell.
Oh, I hate
Oh, that's no good, Conker's Twin. You got to keep those strapped on pretty good so they don't fall out, you know. I also didn't need to know that last part, but you do you.
I hate red chocobos.
And Metapod learned Harden. Because it evolved. How you feeling, buddy? You okay in there? Well, good. I mean, you helped out a little bit by being there. That moral support and all that, you know? Okay, so... I don't think we need to leave, per se. I think we just need to heal up with a potion, and then we'll be good. Metapod will eventually get to Butterfree, but it's going to be a little bit before that happens, so... That's just, can I use an item directly from here? No. Okay. That's fine. Let's see. Medicine Pocket, Potion, Bulbasaur. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, Metapod's probably not going to do a whole lot in the next battle, so I'm just going to probably take Bulbasaur out of the Pokeball. Let him travel with us. We'll move Pikachu to the front slot, because we're probably going to use Pikachu for that. Although... Could I move Pikachu back here, get Metapod some extra experience, and then have Pikachu KO whatever we find? I guess I could do that and then have Bulbasaur KO the Onix. We're going to see about this because, like I said, hopefully this will make things a little more interesting because we haven't had the opportunity to go train a whole lot before this. So Brock's going to have a couple of levels on us. So hopefully that'll make this fight a little bit trickier, which is the idea. So we might even lose once. I don't know. We'll see. Not something you can usually say in Pokemon Let's Go. Usually you don't lose any of the fights, but we'll see. That's a whole lot. I mean, I hate to be vulgar, but like, you have like... Actually, I'm not even going to finish that sentence. I don't even know how to say it without it sounding absolutely disgusting, but that's a lot. That's a lot for one day. That's all I know, Conker's Twin.
Hi, Brock.
Hello, Brock. Yes, Gen 3 Brock design, indeed. Yeah, they brought it back. Well, your Pokemon aren't out of their Pokeballs, but I can see the hiking boots you have on. I mean, that remains to be seen, so... Alright, you do that, Brock, because I'm not holding back either. You should probably see a doctor about that then, Conker's Twin. I'm not qualified to help you with that, unfortunately. Okay, so we have Metapod out, but I'm not going to use Metapod to actually fight here. I would use String Shot if Geodude was particularly fast, but it's not, so we'll just send Pikachu out and see what we can do about this. We have Double Kick, might as well use it. Let's do this, Pikachu! I don't think Geodude has a ground-type coverage move at the moment, which should make this a little easier to manage. I'm going to use Tail Whip once, just to lower his defense in case he uses Defense Curl. Unfortunately, they didn't fix the Tail Whip animation in this game. If they did, well, then it would have even more things on Sword and Shield than it already does, but yeah. That's okay. I'll deal with it. They also didn't fix Double Kick, because look at this. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Game Freak.
What a lovely animation.
Uh-huh. See, there were signs that Sword and Shield was going to have some troubles that you could kind of see in Let's Go. But you wouldn't have known, you know, because it was like the next generation. Here, it's like, okay, well, it's here, but like... that doesn't mean it's going to be in the next generation, right? And then it still was. But at least we got a lot of experience out of that. That's pretty good. You have to give a presentation tomorrow and don't think it's going away. You should probably wear like 3 pairs of pants then, I would say. That might sufficiently mask it, you know. Onyx. Do I want a string shot Onyx? It's pretty quick. I don't know if it has rock throw though. I think it has rock throw, so I'm not going to send a bug type out against something that has rock throw. That just won't work out. I wonder how much damage rock throw will do to my level 8 Pokemon. Let's find out. Also, it has a lot of defense, so Vine Whip is not exactly going to be the best here. Ow!
You can survive 3 of those.
I can, yes, I can, in fact, survive 3. I'm going to Growl. I'm probably going to be inviting myself to crits now. Oh, that's going to hurt. Ow. Yeah, I'm going to Growl just to make it a little easier to live these. I'll probably do that a couple more times, and then we'll start Vine Whipping, so. Alright, let's heal up, because we could really use it at the moment. There we go. Do I like sex? Yeah, it's pretty neat. I enjoy it. Haven't had it in a while, but you know, that's a little TMI, so there you go. But I enjoy it. It's pretty neato. Ow. I'm getting rocks thrown at me, stop it! And Mew Not Mewtwo, you're back. Welcome back. Battles might be hard, but if you and your partner believe in each other, you'll take anything that comes at you. Yes, we will, unless they get a crit, in which case it will not be good for us. Do I want to risk Growling again and risk getting critted? I don't think so. I'm going to heal again. Sorry, Brock, I know what this is coming down to, and I don't normally like throwing potions like this all the time, but, well, I don't have the EXP, so I can't really do much else. Ah, nice dodge. Yeah, Rock Throw doesn't have 100% accuracy, so that makes it a little easier to dodge if he's not using Headbutt, so. And now that Rock Throw should do, like, you know, 4 or 5 damage. Headbutt will do, like, 6, 7. That's a little more manageable. Probably only need to use a couple more potions, and then we'll be good. Let's see how much Vine Whip does, so I can see if this was a mistake using 3 Growls. Ow. Stop it. Headbutt has a 30% flinch rate, so yeah, that's not really going to work out too well if he keeps getting the chain of flinches. Okay, well, I would have 3-hit KO'd him. I probably could have just done that and been fine, but you know. More normal things, Conker's Twin. I apologize for kink-shaming you, but I prefer more normal things when I'm in that mood.
Let's not answer that question.
Yeah, I'll stay calm, Mew Not Mewtwo. Don't you worry about that. Let's not answer that question. Let's not talk about that right now.
I should go.
Yeah, I should go indeed.
Gets up, walks away from the stream.
Screams into a pillow, comes back. Back!
That's a tactic I would use.
Okay, well, after much ado about nothing, we took care of Onyx. I probably could have just KO'd it with Vine Whips, but that's okay. Good job, Bulbasaur. You did it. And you learned Leech Seed, which I probably would have liked to have had before this, but that's okay. Pikachu's level 11. And Metapod did not get to level 8. That's okay, but I would like to get there eventually. Weedle's almost Kakuna, so that's good.
I see you're using a Nidoran.
And Brock has been defeated. Well, it's just sitting in the party for now. I figure I get them closer to evolving if I give them free XP, so.
I was going to say, you are indeed a man of culture to be using one of those 2 on your team.
Yeah. I'm actually planning on using them in a different Pokemon playthrough later on, so that's why I'm not using them in this one. We got a Boulder Badge! Good work, partner! We did it! Yeah!
But Pikachu is so small.
It's realistically sized.
Hmm.
Just like every other Pokemon in this game. And yeah, so if you got a Pokemon in a trade, up to level 20, they'll listen to you now. And Brock also gives us TM1 Headbutt, which is a lot more useful than the other TM he gave us in previous generations. Bide. But yeah, Headbutt's really useful. It's a solid normal type move. It has a 30% flinch rate, so it's pretty good. And I should probably teach it to a few people. Also, Pikachu wants to say something, so let's see what Pikachu says. Still a little excited, huh? That's okay. I can appreciate your excitement. We did a good job. Here, Pikachu, hang on. I'll get you a raspberry. There we go. You're welcome. So cute. How you feeling, Bulbasaur? Well, yeah, I mean, you helped us earn that. You did like half the work there, so good work. All right. I did it, sir. I have got my first badge. Do I have the number 247 somewhere on my house? You know, it was on that bag that you gave me that I threw in my basement. Does that count? I don't think it's anywhere else in my house. I'm looking around the room right now, and I don't see the number 2, 4, and 7 in sequence anywhere. Huh. Yeah, and bind doesn't work like it did in the past. That's true. Gen 1 bind was a mess.
What kind of TMs do you want the gym leaders to give the crowd? Rock slide, ice beam, earthquake.
Bind. Yeah, Onyx is one of those cases where it looks very powerful at the moment, but it really just has really high defense, so, you know. No, I have not, Conqueror's Twin. I've been keeping it a secret, although it depends on who we're talking about, because the authorities may be listening in on us right now. I mean, this is a public stream, or as public as you can get on a private platform like Twitch, anyway. Who's this kid? I am. How did you know?
He's got a very douchebag haircut.
This is Blue. He's Professor Oak's grandson, but he's not the rival in this game, so... Oh, so you already set out on your adventure. Yeah, this takes place a little while after Red and Blue and Green all went on their adventures. I think it's supposed to take place in a similar universe to, like, the manga, when it was, like, Red, Blue, and Green and Yellow were all there, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It might just be its own separate universe. Yeah, I kind of already took care of things there, so... Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Some great balls. Awesome. They are the same color as your name. Partially, anyway. So yeah, if you can't catch something with a regular old Pokeball, catch it with a Great Ball. What do you mean he made one? Oh. So he used you as the test guinea pig, and he said, you know, that's not convenient at all. I should probably make it easier for everybody else that moves in. Well, I'll try to, you know, at least meet your expectations, maybe try to surpass them.
You know, the original Pokemon anime is so ingrained into my unconscious mind that I can literally read all of his lines in the original dub voice acting.
Yeah, same. I can hear it. I can hear it still. It's crazy.
I hate it. Give him the most annoying voice in all of history, and Red just doesn't talk.
Well, in this case, Ash was the one that was in the anime that you're thinking of.
Oh, I'm aware.
And actually, when Blue was in Pokemon Origins, he actually didn't have, like, an annoying voice actor. I forget who he was voiced by in there, but it wasn't somebody annoying, I don't think.
Yeah, I know. He had a half-decent voice actor in
that. By the way, now that we've won a gym badge, it's actually expanded the item availability here in the shop. So now you can buy X items here if you want. You can buy some repels, escape ropes. I might actually grab a couple of those just to have them in case we ever need to make a quick escape from a dungeon. Only when you're indoors in a dungeon, though, so like in a cave or something, you know. And let's buy a few more potions, just to be at about 10. Normally I like being at about 15, but we won't need these potions for too much longer, so... And I usually prefer to wait to get to my 15 items that I typically have until we're, able to buy some soft drinks, if you know what I mean. That's not till later, though. Okay, well, let's go heal up. And then that kid that was over blocking Route 3 should allow us to pass now, so... Yes, please, Nurse Joy. We had a hard-fought gym battle, and I'm ready to call it some R&R for about 30 seconds before we move on.
Oh, you have both of them. I didn't
Make sure I open it by myself. Okay, Conqueror's Twin. I will make sure I open it on my own. I'll, let's see. I'm trying to think when would be the best time to open it. I have my safety training for my vocational course, for the rest of this week, basically, but so everybody's going to be home by the time I get home, but maybe on Thursday, because I have the day off from training, so maybe that'll be the best day to open it. I'll let you know how it goes, because I'll be streaming on Thursday. Yes, exactly, Mew, not Mewtwo. Every Pokemon can be strong, You just need to put them in a situation that allows them to use their full potential. That's all. Let's let Metapod rest for a little while. He's been walking around with us as a Caterpie for a while, so we'll let him hang out in his Pokeball and, pupa eyes. That's a new one.
Metamorphosis, I think.
Metamorphose, yes, thank you. That's a better word. We can English well between our one brain cell that we share.
I have 3.
Oh, okay.
One's for raid. One's for art. The other one's for being a shit poster.
So the perfect combination. And yeah, this kid lets us know that the Pokemart has got some new items at it. Just in case you didn't check before this, so. Yeah, we've been to a Pokemart already, but thanks for the info. I appreciate it. Alright, out to Route 3 we will go. Let me see here. I think we're in pretty good shape here. How's Weedle doing? Are you close to getting to Kakuna? You're getting there. Timid nature. Okay, well, we're seeing that in a couple of places. Another one of the timids right here. Bulbasaur, that's fine, though. You can be a little timid, but that's not really going to be a big deal. Your speed will actually be really solid, though, and your special attack will be nice, so that'll be useful for us. That guy's got an ellipsis over his head. I wonder what he's got going on. Let's check in with him in a minute once we go down here. I did, because you had an exclamation point over your head. It was rather surprising. I don't think I've seen too many speech bubbles just appear out of nowhere like that. What you got last, Janice? An Oddish. Okay. Actually, Metapod would probably do okay here. Oddish can pretty much only use Absorb, so we have a resistance to that. So. You found Dichromium Live? You have her in your basement? Should tell her to stop using my name then. That's, well, it's not patented yet, but I could probably tell her, that, eventually I get it patented. Oh, it's growing. Oh, boy. That might make Absorb do a little more damage. I should probably just kill it before it... Well, do I have anything that can kill it, though? That's a good question. Probably just Metapod would be the best bet. She's just chilling with the... Oh, okay, gotcha. You've yet to find Trichromium Live? Trichromium Live is pretty easy to miss, I find. I haven't been able to find them myself for a long time, so... good luck in your search, because it's, yeah, not gonna be easy.
Shame about the
Ow!
Good thing Conker's Twin hasn't found the 3rd clone yet.
This is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? This Oddish. Because it's going to keep absorbing HP back like that. So... How do I fix this?
When the opponent
How
has a
fix?
defense-
Bulbasaur actually can fix this because he has a quad resistance to absorb. So even with the +2, it shouldn't do a huge amount of damage, right?
I find when the enemy is
great.
tanking, oftentimes the solution is very simply to hit them harder.
Yeah, get a crit. Yeah, got it. I didn't teach anybody Headbutt. I need to go do that after this battle. Bah! Okay, that'll work. Now, if you just grow one more time for me in the next turn, we'll be in good shape. If you use Absorb, though, we're probably going to be SOL. So, bah. Okay, we're good. We're good. If you're lurking somewhere, remember watching the journey won't help because you must figure out what to do yourself. Sounds good, Mew. I will keep that in mind as I go about my adventure. Well, that could have been very bad, couldn't it? Good thing it worked out for the best because the AI was not the smartest it could have been.
All it had to do was hit Absorb.
Yep.
It didn't.
Yep. Oh, Nidoran female's learning Double Kick. Okay. Cool. I'll forget an old move for that. Yeah, probably Growl again. Tail Whip is more useful in that case. Poison Sting isn't really that powerful, but... Well, it gets same type attack bonus, so...
Double kick ball.
Yeah, that. I get some Pokeballs. I think I'm gonna save after that, because again, that could have been really bad. Good work, Bulbasaur. Sure, let's give him a little attention. What's up, buddy? You're welcome. Okay. So first things first, let's teach Headbutt to a few people, shall we? Probably won't teach it to Pikachu, though, because I've got Quick Attack, and I'd rather have that. But most Pokemon can learn Headbutt, so we'll give it to Bulbasaur. Give him something to chomp on.
Eats the disc.
No, don't eat the disc. I need it. Do I want to keep tackle? Let's see. No, I probably should just get rid of tackle for headbutt. Let's see, 40 and 100. Yeah, because I don't have growl on everybody at the moment, so having growl here would probably be fairly useful. So let's just get rid of tackle. The game mechanics are simplistic, but the battle theme is absolute fire. Absolutely, Ghost Hand. I completely agree there. Oh, you turned the sprite around, Conquer Swin. That's interesting. I didn't even know you could do that. That's cool. Let's adjust Bulbasaur's moveset real quick, and then we'll save after that. Let's see. So we move these like... Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. R is for moving Pokemon on the menu, not for moving moves. Got it. All right. Metapod, you're okay. I'll use a potion on you in a little bit, and we'll probably just, you know, bleed our potion supply dry eventually, but that's okay. Oh, look, more Pokeballs. Oh, good highlights. Yeah, honestly, would it be weird for me to say that I forgot those existed? They really aren't all that useful. At least the way that I have the stream set up, it's not all that useful. Oh, well, good for you. I will keep that in mind. But first I'm going to save, because it might not work out if we fight him and, you know, we have to go all the way back to before Brock. That would not be good. Just looking for hidden items real quick. Well, sir, I will try my luck. Sure, let's battle. How bad could he possibly be? Oh, dear God. You usually do want to battle the coach trainers, though, because they've usually got some pretty good rewards for you. They probably give out a decent amount of money, and I think they usually give you a TM, if I remember right, as well. So, it's not a bad idea to fight them. I'll have Metapod do a little bit here, and then we'll switch him out for our own Bulbasaur, because that's a level 11 Bulbasaur, so it's pretty strong. Yeah, that's not really going to cut it.
You hit him once, and it's just like, oh, it's barely a bruise.
It's okay, though. We'll get there. I wish I could Leech Seed him, but I don't. I can't do that because he's a grass type, so that's a little unfortunate. Let's see what our own Bulbasaur can do. Ow. Maybe a Growl is in order or two. I could send Pikachu out as well. I probably will at some point, but Pikachu, the best thing Pikachu has at the moment is Quick Attack for this, so it's a little, it's not exactly prepared for this battle, but we'll do the best we can. I'm just glad he's not using Vine Whip yet. He might start eventually, like when I switch Pikachu in, and he'll get the same type of attack bonus off of it, but, you know. We'll just do the best we can with what we've got. Again, this is the idea behind me not catching a whole ton of Pokemon, is that it makes the game more interesting and more challenging. It's not just going to be as easy as me just over-leveling and beating everything up. So I'm going to actually have to use a little strategy for a change. What a concept. Let's see how much Quick Attack does before I use Tail Whips. Okay, that's not bad. That does about the same as your Tackle, so we'll just keep Quick Attacking. We'll get there in about, 5 hits, something like that. That's not too bad. Actually, it'll be 4 hits. That did a little more damage, I think, than the last one, so... Okay, we made it through. It was a little difficult, but between the 3 of us, we made it. So that will work. Good work, team. And Bulbasaur's level 10. Awesome. Metapod's also level 8, so that's good. Weedle's not quite level 7 yet, but we'll get there. Thank you. I'd like to believe I used a little strategy. And you think about it, there's a lot of dark implications, like do they eat certain kinds of Pokemon? Is Pokemon breeding considered moral? How does law enforcement work on a large scale? Is there a military? How does the government work? Yeah, and that's the interesting part, right, is that they give you just enough information where if you're an adult or, a young adult or anything like that, you can start to question those things, but as a kid, you wouldn't even think about that sort of stuff, So that it's kind of one of the reasons why I think Pokemon has lasted so long, is because it has its appeals to kids and adults alike,
Because occasionally it's really, subtle, like what you mentioned there. And then occasionally they beat you over the head with it. Lavender Town, what'd I say? Sorry, I got a bad cough.
Probably all that time in Bajo.
You're right, it's really fucking dusty up there. especially when that's getting kicked up by that fucking red chocobo. Dropping meteors all over the place. Fucking downward piece of shit.
Oh boy. So yeah, this coach trainer didn't give us a TM, but he did give us a revive, which is a one-time revival item. Not prevents, but it brings you out of a KO state, or brings a Pokemon out of KO state. So, and yeah, he's right. Potions can't do that. So, let's go back and heal though.
At this point in the game, especially given your level, is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, just in case you need it, you never know. But let's go back to the Pokemon Center and heal up before we continue down Route 3. Gets a little. There's a lot of trainers on the way through here, so we'll have to keep ourselves in tip-top shape. After fighting that coach trainer, I'm really not all that bothered by having to go back here. So, and this shitty Pokemon creepypastas, and this creepypastas in general, the modern stuff just doesn't cut it. I don't know. I've never really got into the creepypasta stuff myself, but I mean, I can see the appeal. I just never personally got all that deep into it. You know, I would read or see the occasional one and be like, oh, that's interesting, but yeah, never really got into it myself. But I do. I appreciate and see the appeal of it for people that enjoy it. You know.
Decent creepypastas when I was younger, and then I discovered the SCP wiki, and the rest is history.
Yeah, Cole spends a lot of time in the SCP wiki. Make sure you're talking towards the mic, by the way, if you're going to talk lower. Yeah.
I still remember the day that I discovered like the entire SCP expanded universe. Honestly, I found more of an attraction to certain stories. I didn't like the ones that were very in your face about the horror. I liked the ones that were like very, very subtle. Or built on something. I much prefer the Japanese style of horror where you feel like the monster's constantly following you around and you don't want to turn around. Like I want to chill
like where you like
jump scare.
Yeah, where you don't know what it is, and that thought of not knowing what it is where the dread and the horror comes from. Yeah.
And there is a lot of stories in the SCP wiki like that. My personal favorite one is not one that I helped write, but one that I saw being created with When Day Breaks, which is a 001 proposal, if anybody wants to check it out. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a shame the newer entries aren't as good. Shutters and Homestuck Satellite. I don't even know what that is.
There's a Homestuck Satellite entry now?
Oh, God.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The last one I read in full was the 5,000 proposal, Why. It's literally called Why.
Like, why the letter, or just why as in the question?
Yeah, why is in the question.
Oh, okay.
The concept is hilarious, and the fact that it's so simple that nobody would think of it before. It's literally just, oh, the Foundation turned completely insane and evil and released all of the horrors they've been working for years to contain on the populace, and one dude in indestructible Iron Man armor gets to witness it before jumping through a time portal.
Well, that's something. No hidden items down there, though, for Pikachu to look for, so we'll just keep on going.
Often the most simplistic proposals are the ones that scare me the most. Like, When Day Breaks.
That's because they have, like, wiggle room where you can kind of put your own spin on them, and so it, makes it easier for you to... It can be as horrifying as you want if it's a little simpler,
Yeah. I think I wrote 2 or 3 of them myself.
Do I want to?
Only one of them
I'll just
got
switch.
any spotlight on the wiki.
Maybe I'll...
2721 Beware of Cringe.
Maybe I'll use Bulbasaur for this one. Is that the name of it, or is that just a warning? The answer is yes. Maybe Bulbasaur wasn't the best idea. Because he has Peck.
To be fair, that was super effective and you barely lost it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I lost, like, a 5th, but that's okay. Apparently, he doesn't want to keep using it, so that's good. I will avoid getting poisoned this way, though, because Bulbasaur is a poison type, so naturally, he doesn't get poisoned. Even if I get poison stung, so, yeah. I mean, it's hurting me, but I'll be okay. Get him, Bulbasaur! Blech! You have a wiki app for SCP?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, Pikachu's getting double team. I can accuracy hacks people.
Stop.
I actually don't think I want it though, because I think the other moves that I have will be better for what I need. Like Tail Whip is good for the defense, and these aren't same type attack moves, so I think I'll just let him not learn double team. I don't usually use evasion increasing or decreasing moves all that much. Unless I'm like in a battle with a legendary Pokemon and for some reason I still have like Sand Attack, then maybe I'll use it occasionally just so that way. Because the battle is going to last a while, because the legendary is going to be hard to catch. So, I mean, it makes sense then that I would mess with their accuracy, you know? Make it so that I don't die so quickly. Okay, Bulbasaur's all fighting fit, so let's move right along. Actually, I'm going to save it real quick right here. Just because, if I recall correctly, another Pokemon that I want for my battle team is going to be somewhere on this route, and the grass is right here, so let's see if we can find it, shall we? Don't think it's too rare. Of course, by the looks of things, everything's rare right now. Nothing's showing up. I think it takes a minute for everything to load in, so... That was one we don't have. It's not the one I'm looking for, but it's one we don't have, so... It's a Mankey! Let's see. Do I want to use some raspberries? He's yellow, so I guess using raspberry wouldn't be a bad idea. I should probably sort my inventory, though. But I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's see. Let's wait for an attack. Or a jump. Or a jump and an attack, even. There we go. I could have waited an extra second, but I didn't want him to actually jump, so we'll see if it pays off. It did not. That's okay. Alright, wait for the next attack. Even if he jumps. I was going to say, oh, fuck it, just a second ago, but now I'm a little concerned. Yeah, see, that was what I was waiting for right there. There we go. Excellent throw. Perfect. Got him. Sweet. I think it's... personally, I like it better than Sword and Shield, to be honest with you, Ghost Hand. There's a lot to like in this game that I find, at least for me personally. I'll explain more of it as we go along, but one of the main things that I really do enjoy, actually, is the fact that the capture minigame in this game isn't just... Also the battle system, you know what I mean? It gives you something to do other than just fighting, which has always been something that Pokemon has struggled with, is other things other than fighting, because usually they're just distractions from the fighting. So, being able to do something other than fighting in a game is a welcome change of pace. It's very refreshing, and so I approve of it. There are other advantages to it as well, and I'll explain those. Actually, I could kind of explain it now, because we're using it as a system at the moment. When you're not catching a whole ton of Pokemon, you can actively influence the game's difficulty by determining how many Pokemon you want to catch. So if you want to make the game harder for yourself, you can only catch a few Pokemon, and then go from there. Or you can make the game easier on yourself by catching lots of Pokemon. Previously in Pokemon games, you could only make the game easier on yourself by just grinding. Otherwise, you would make the game the same difficulty as it was if you just didn't go grind. In this game, you can both make it easier and harder, which means the difficulty is both more dynamic and also completely controlled by the player. Maybe Game Freak didn't intend for that to happen, but I'm going to applaud them for it anyway, because it's the most dynamic Pokemon difficulty has been basically ever, I think. I don't think it's, even in the side games, I don't think it was this interesting and in-depth, so. Also, Weedle evolved into Kakuna, so that's pretty good. Let's read its Pokedex entry. Able to move only slightly. When endangered, Kakuna may stick out its stinger and poison its enemy.
Wait, it has a stinger?
Yeah, see the little two things on the front of it there?
Yeah.
Like it's got the eyes, and then it's got that little triangle, and then it's got those two things. Those are its stinger. It'll stick them out like this.
Oh!
Yeah. You would only know that if you played Gen 1 though, because in Gen 1 it has that in its sprite. Every other time you don't see it. Let's also read Mankey's Pokedex entry. Mankey is an agile Pokemon that lives in trees. It angers easily and will not hesitate to attack anything. Pretty solid fighting type, actually. And Primeape is pretty good. It's got pretty decent stats. I'm just not planning on using it in this particular playthrough. Maybe later, in a different game. How you doing, Metapod? Okay, so you're a little over a level and a half from being able to evolve, so... Or a little under a level and a half from being able to evolve, so that's fine. Well, there's not a whole lot showing up here. There's another Mankey, but... You can get another starter Pokemon on this route, though. You can actually find a Charmander on this route if you have another lure, but we don't have another lure, so... Yeah, and that's another reason why some of the side games are pretty interesting, because like Pokemon Snap, you do something other than just battling, so it's a welcome change of pace. Always appreciate when Pokemon can divulge from the normal formula of just fighting, you know what I mean? So, give you something else to do as a player. Yeah, I enjoy Pokemon Snap quite a bit. I think there's a new version of it coming out or something. I don't remember when, but I think it's happening eventually. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. Shocking how much simpler, more visually appealing Pokemon design used to be in Gens 1 to 3. Yeah, I know, and I mean, I like some of the more modern stuff. Like, I think personally Gen 5 has some of my favorites in terms of the designs. And yes, I know, Vanilluxe is in Gen 5. I get it. Muck was in this generation. Every generation has its, you know, flubs in terms of design, but I can appreciate the designs in these games. They made them appealing without making them too ridiculous and over the top. And in some cases, I think some of the later Pokemons, particularly some of the legendaries, get a little over the top. I'm looking at you, Sun and Moon. I appreciate the Ultra Beasts just the same as everybody else, but, like, some of those designs were a little freaking crazy, man.
You know, the Ultra Beasts were a strange thing to me, because I understand, like, the concept of having crazy, powerful, extra-dimensional Pokemon, or beasts in this case, but they kind of just felt out of place.
I mean,
because they never referred to them as Pokemon. They were just extra-dimensional abominations.
I think that's kind of the point they were going for. They were supposed to look out of place because they're from a different dimension, but I don't know. It just never really worked for me, personally. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I think it's just because they were like, oh, Ultra Beasts, they're not Pokemon, but we can still catch them in Pokeballs.
Whatever, okay, that works. They learn Pokemon moves, so okay. There he is. Go get him! My buddy!
If you don't catch him, I will delete you.
I found him. I found her, excuse me. She is my buddy. Sandshrew is a great Pokemon. I love the design. It's so simple, but it's so freaking cute, man. I just can't say no. And it's a pretty good Pokemon to boot as well, so... This one's level 4, so it's a little low level, but that's okay. We'll raise it up. If we can catch it.
Bro, does he have a ball? You have like 4.
I do have Great Balls. I could use a Great Ball. Give myself a little bit of visual distinction with the Pokemon in my party. Okay, wait for an attack.
Spin.
She do a spin. There we go. There is a new Snap game in the works. Gotcha. I'll have to keep an eye out for it then. Alright, we got her. Yeah, basically just an armadillo, yeah. But it's just so cute.
The best Pokemon has been caught.
Cole loves Sandshrew. It's one of his favorite Pokemon of all time, so...
Listen.
We got a new berry out of that, too. A pineapple berry. We'll check that out in a minute.
If it was Galarian or a Alolan Sandshrew, that was the ice type, but I lost my shit when I saw that.
That's Alolan Sandshrew and Sandslash, and they're available in this game. I'm not going to use them, but they're there.
Listen, just ice type armadillo, and the pre-evolution wears a fur coat.
But yeah, it's just such a simple little design, but it just works so well, man. Like, it's just so... I don't know. Je ne sais quoi. I love it, though. But let's read Sandshrew's Pokedex entry. Its body is dry. When it gets cold at night, its hide is said to become coated with a fine dew. And we tucked it away in the Pokemon box, but we're taking it right out of there. Who are we gonna switch out? Probably Nidoran female. We'll put her in the box for now. We'll add Sandshrew to the party. I should probably put Nidoran male away as well. I'm just keeping Weedle because Weedle needs the extra experience, but yeah. We'll put Mankey in, get a few experience for him as well. There we go. Yeah, good Pokemon in your book, good Pokemon in my book. We'll be using Sandshrew for a little bit. I gotta get Metapod up there as well, but we'll use Sandshrew as well. Let's take Sandshrew out of the Pokeball, shall we? Let her travel with us. And yeah, the Alolan one is the Ice and Steel one, Cole. So. Hello, Sandshrew. I love you. So good,
I'm not
man.
saying that that's like the cutest thing I've ever seen, but like Arcanine's got a very close second.
Oh, look, another lure. Well, if we were looking for the rare Pokemon around here, we could use it.
It's like
We could use the lure right now, I guess. I mean, can't hurt, right?
I still remember when I first got Sword and Shield and I spent literally 2.5 hours looking for the fucking lightning corgi. Just in the first area,
Yamper?
running around in circles.
Yamper?
I wanted my fucking Yamper. It's a corgi!
Let's use the lure, see if we can find that rare Pokemon. It actually, if you don't have a catch combo, so like if you just booted the game up, you probably want to catch something on the route before you use a lure, because that actually doubles the chance of finding a rare Pokemon. So it is a pretty good idea to just catch something if you're planning on using a lure first. So, wonder from time to time if Game Freak will eventually acknowledge the existence of or canonize some Pokemon urban legends like Missing No or Lavender Town. That would be pretty interesting, I think. It would make for some crazy stories, you know, throughout the game.
Terrifying?
So, I might actually lose the lure if I get to the next patch of grass. Let's just go back here.
Honestly, I feel
Aha! Found ya!
Well, hello there.
Yes, you can get a Charmander on this route, so... Here he come, he run.
It's tiny!
It is tiny. That's what the Oro is for there. Anyway, we got a Pineapple Berry from that one battle. It actually will allow Pokemon to give you more items if you catch them. It doesn't increase their catch rate, but if they're already pretty easy to catch, you can use a Pineapple Berry to get some items from them. I'm going to use a Raspberry here, though, just to make it a little simpler to catch, because as you can see, even with a Great Ball, I don't have a good chance of catching this Charmander. So... yeah, even like I said, even with the Raspberry, not the greatest chances. We'll use our Great Balls because why not? Got it. Okay. Let's see if that works. Catch rate is pretty low on these starters, though, so... Gotcha! Awesome. Also, they never made a Capybara-based Pokemon, which they need to do since Capybaras are awesome. I agree! I need a Capybara Pokemon in my life. If I can say Capybara correctly. Too much talking today. Yeah, so the size bonus that you'll see at the bottom of the multipliers there is unique to tiny and huge Pokemon. So if you see one and it's a Pokemon you don't have yet, might as well catch it. So, gave us 112 experience. That'll do pretty good for us. It gave Sandshrew a whole level. Same with Bulbasaur and Metapod, basically. Kakuna's at level 8 now as well, so pretty good.
Thank you for reminding me of Capybara's ghost hand.
Cole just grabbed a Capybara video where he's getting brushed.
It's getting itched, actually. Look at how happy it is.
Well, yeah, I mean... I don't even know if he can reach up there under his chin like that with his... I don't know how long his legs are.
It's so goddamn cute. It's a giant fucking fur.
It basically is.
Go for ride.
Let's read Charmander's Pokedex entry, shall we? The flame at the tip of its tail makes a sound as it burns. You can only hear it in quiet places. But this one's small, so it's only like a foot tall. That isn't actually affected when they're out on the map, though. It puts them at their regular size out on the map. The tiny and huge thing might be a carryover from Pokemon Go. I'm not 100% sure, actually. Ooh, I got a plus attack nature on Sandshrew. Nice.
This thing is destined to be in your final team.
Well, it's going to be. She's going to be, whether she likes it or not. I'm sorry, Sandshrew, you have no choice. I must keep you. I don't think there's anything else new in this area. There might be like a Jigglypuff, I think. Maybe? But I'm not 100%. Well, sure. Does need to be a capybara Pokemon. You live near a reserve that's filled to the brim with capybaras. They're all over the place here in Brazil. Nice, nice. Is that where they came from normally, or are there like multiple different variants across the world? Because I remember them being from a specific part of the world, and it might have been Brazil. Not 100% sure. Let's see here. Yeah, I should probably send Metapod first, even though Sandshrew needs the XP more. Metapod needs that 162 experience to evolve, so... All these kids are obsessed with shorts on this route. The one wanted me to stare at his shorts, which after listening to Conker's twin talk about his you-know-what, made me not want to stare at anyone's shorts ever again. Now this kid's obsessed with them, too. Good lord, man.
One of them starts talking about how the top percentage of Rattatas are drop-kicking the flat screen TV.
No, that's Gen 2. You don't have to worry about that here. This is a safe space from top percentage Rattatas.
I don't want to talk about top percentage Pokemon. I played competitors for a little while. Jesus fucking Christ, let me move.
That's true, Conker. They are. They are comfy and easy to wear. I won't deny the facts here.
I'm gonna drop kick
They just seem to get a little... They just seem to get a little over the top about it, these kids do. Mostly South America, but there's reasonably sized colonies in Japan. Okay, gotcha. I wonder how they got to Japan. They might have, like, migrated them. Yeah. Interesting. Learning a little bit about capybaras today. Didn't expect that coming into a Pokemon stream, but yeah, you learn something new every day. Believe it, youngster Ben. You and your shorts got beaten in Pokemon battles. I guess I have to clarify that. I don't necessarily think I need to, but I'm going to clarify it anyway. Okay, so Metapod's in good shape. What do you got, kid? And actually, thinking about it, it's kind of interesting that they have the Pokemon that's walking with you return to its Pokeball when you talk to the trainer. Because that means that it makes sense that you're sending them out in a Pokeball when you start the battle, because they actually returned to the Pokeball before the battle began. So I never really noticed that before, and I was going to say something about it kind of being a weird thing previous to this, but I just noticed that, and so now I'm going to talk about it because it's interesting. They actually knew that someone was going to see that and be like, I don't know about that.
Weird little details.exe.
Game Freak's still capable of seeing the little details. It's just that sometimes they get lost in the sauce a little bit and don't see them. I try to appreciate the games where Game Freak gets the chance to innovate a little bit, because usually in the main series they have to follow a specific formula, and so when they can innovate in certain cases, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll applaud you for that. Because that's what I like to see. I also like to see Pikachu leveling up to level 13, so that's pretty good. Also, hello, Jaeger. He was borking in the background just now.
On that note, I just realized I'm starving. I'm gonna go to dinner.
You should do that.
Oh, everything hurts. Goodbye, stream.
You should stretch out a little bit so everything doesn't hurt.
Understandable. Have a good day.
Bye, Cole. Excuse me. Japan's capybaras are mostly captive in reserve since they need warm climates, so they put them in thermal waters. Oh, okay, gotcha. So that's why they hang out in the hot springs over there so much. Gotcha. Interesting. 108 is the next level. Okay, we're getting there. More like Game Freak now knows it's going to sell billions regardless, so they do it. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes they put in the lowest amount of effort because they know Pokemon games sell like hotcakes, so yeah. A little unfortunate, but you know. Nope, Sandshrew, hold on, you're stuck on a rock! There we go. Oh, what'd you find? What'd you see, buddy? The Nanab Berry. We didn't check what the Nanab Berries do, did we? Let's check them out. I can also sort my bag while I'm at it, so, because I probably should sort my bag. I should also sort this. Sort by Pokedex number, actually. There we go. Nice and even. I don't think Charmander needs to be in the party. It's a pretty high level, actually, so. Medicine Pocket, sort that by type. Go. This doesn't need to be sorted. There's nothing in here or in here. This, though, I can sort by type. There we go. So what do Nanab berries do? Let's check them out. I think that's the last of the 3 types of berries that are available in this game. So what this one does is it calms a wild Pokemon down. So if they're jumping around and attacking a lot, you can throw this at them and they do it less often. So it's actually more useful in some cases than a raspberry for making them easier to catch. So that's pretty good. By type. There we go. So key items will probably be sorted after one-use items. Okay, that works. Anything interesting over here? A Jigglypuff, maybe? No, just a big Spearow. And another Revive. That's good. I'll take that. Actually, I don't know where Jigglypuff is located in this game. Oh, well. But Mount Moon is ahead of us up here. Let's go see if we can get it in our purview. Oh, so you went the opposite way from Cerulean City to here? Yeah, I can imagine. Hiking a whole lot, so that'll take a lot out of you. There's a coach trainer here. We'll fight him later. I'm actually getting pretty close to the place where I want to end the stream, so. There's actually a few people here. Ooh, gotta be careful. Some of these rocks probably look a lot like Geodude. I got Sandshrew. She can probably tell me if it's a Geodude or not. She'd be like, I know rocks, and that rock looks suspicious. Well, let's go to the Pokemon Center. So there's a few more things for us to do before we actually head into Mount Moon proper. There's a couple of things we can do exploring around the Pokemon Center here. But we will have to save that for the next episode of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the Stream Edition, where we will head through Mount Moon, see if we can reach Cerulean City, and generally just have a fun time with all the Pokemon that we have here. But that will have to happen on the next episode, which will be on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Thursday. Until then, everybody, take care. Have a good one. Pikachu! Say goodbye to the folks. Atta girl. And here, have a berry. I have so many of these, I don't know what to do with them. Whoop. Finish your food. There you go. Good girl. I should probably save again now that I did that, huh? I should think about that next time. We should have Pikachu say goodbye first, and then I should save. Oh well, I'll keep it in mind for next time.